So thankfully, no one heard anything about the Grung OnlyFans stuff then.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
good.
I don't think anyone heard that.
That's good.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
How's that, Ryan?
Yeah.
I was just explaining to these fine people here that my computer resets and then all my audio stuff decides to work and then not work and it goes for weeks without
What's
working,
up, party people?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to tonight's episode of A Sinner's Dream.
Woohoo!
Let's start with the stuff that I have to get out of the way. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Foundry, the best VTT out there. It is fan driven for the most part, company hoisted. That's not a good word for that. Anyway, it's phenomenal regardless as to whatever I say. We're going really solid with that -2 charisma tonight apparently, so let's just keep it rolling. It's fantastic. You can find any module you want to customize your game however you need it to be. All your players can connect to it, especially if you go to forge-vtt.com. They have all sorts of hosting services because Foundry is a self-hosted game, self-hosted VTT. It's a one-time purchase. It's fantastic, but Forge makes it to where everybody can connect to it as long as you subscribe to some of their stuff. It's fantastic. The World Builder status has, it's like what, $12.99 I think. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it. It just comes out of my account. It's great. I don't have to worry about it. But we have international games here that connect to it with ease. There's so many nodes. Thank you, Pitch Perfect, for putting that in my head every time I talk about nodes that make it easy for everyone to connect to across the world. Something else that we are using in this game in particular is Heavy Arms. Heavy Arms is one of my favorite homebrewers out there. He makes phenomenal stuff. I mean, he's a platinum. He's platinum on the Ends Guild, but he's also started his own personal Patreon where he pumps out new stuff regularly. He was on vacation like the rest of us, so he didn't have anything out this week or last week, but I know that he is working on some pretty big stuff that's going to be coming out pretty soon. We here use the Gunslinger, and I may or may not be using some of the rune smithing guide stuff. We'll get there. And if you want my list of music that I use a lot, so just message me. I use a lot of people. They're very fantastic people, and I will gladly put that information out into the world.
I use all the best people. They're the very best. I know
They're the very best
people.
Jeez.
Having flashbacks.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything else, Jason?
Besides the fact that I'm going to have to find all new sponsors for us for 2022 after that glowing review you just gave all of them. I'm dreading looking at our email later. But, no,
Listen, Charles Baker is the best advertiser there is. I've known him for a long time. He's a very good friend. He's the best. There's nobody better.
Just keeps coming. Yep.
Well,
Can we get
I'm
back to
sorry,
like talking about
everyone.
Grung OnlyFans, please? Jesus.
I guess to make it up to all of you, we'll do 2 giveaways. So as per usual, we give away a set of custom Dragon Knight dice. This month's dice are based off of Kalita. She's the Tiefling Druid on our Tuesday night, the 5 Best Friends games. And we are extending that out because of the holiday break, so you have till tomorrow to get your entries in. That is 2,000 elf eggs. Don't sit on them. They go bad. They smell if you keep them too long. So that's what I hear. Anyways, I'm always giving mine away. But 2,000 elf eggs to, just like that, thank you, Ryan, will get you an entry into our dice giveaway for this month. And of course, if that's not enough for you greedy little grubs out there, we're going to give away a Steam game tonight for 300 elf eggs. That's the cost of a follow. Very simple, very easy. The game tonight is Sudden Darkness.
Wow, that is a lot darker than what we had last night.
It was a little
Mushroom
sudden,
Hunter?
really.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
versus
Probably should have
Mushroom
switched those
Hunter.
around, yeah. Hey, listen,
That's
I
what
don't...
happens when you do too well at Mushroom Hunter is you get sudden darkness.
Hey, my computer can run that.
I don't pick him.
Hey,
I don't
that
pick
means
him.
anything.
Gremnick does. So, and he picked the one for tonight. So thank him. Next
Right
time.
on.
Or Ben from a myriad of other games on here. I just will always forever know him as Gremnick. But I think that's all I have, Chuck.
That's cool. That's great. I guess. Can I get a radio recap? Because it's been 2 weeks.
I'll try.
I'm so nervous.
Hey, that's your fault.
Which not only removes dirt, but
Ask her to get some of each next time she goes to the store. Try that delicious breakfast combination tomorrow morning.
Oh, hey there. Nice to meet you.
Holy shitballs, Batman.
Something weird's happened at that radio station.
Damn.
Holy midnight tokers, Batman. It's the Joker.
Talk about sudden darkness, huh?
If someone could translate Morse code, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Well, yeah, we're back. Yeah.
Wow.
Someone else tell me what happened because I don't know Morse code.
Well, we learned a whole lot
Sure did.
about this. We learned a whole lot, and at the same time, I feel like we learned very little.
And
you Yeah.
get the
We're all in an existential crisis
That's
right now.
pretty straightforward to me.
We're
Yeah,
trapped in
I would have needed it in ISL actually, but
we're trapped in some weird otherworldly purple creation thing that somebody called like a phylactery. Apparently the whole city is trapped in this thing, and there's an evil lich lady that has sucked everybody in there and is feeding on their
Listen, my
dreams
name's
or-
Adelaide.
Okay, yeah, true. I mean, valid. And,
Adelaide knows all the best liches.
yeah, but like the big thing is we were all put to a moral choice, which was the crazy thing. Being investigators, we want to find things and do the right thing, but then we're given a choice to either leave and never talk about it because we would be under duress from a Gaius spell, or join this strange shadowy group.
Oh, there was no or. It's both.
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yes, there was no
It's the
option
end.
given, so the choices were limited. Do we? And I think the decision was to take them apart from the inside. Yeah, garner more information.
So as one does, we joined a cult.
Yeah.
like you do.
Just your
I
average
prefer to
Christmas
think of it.
season.
I prefer to think of it as a shadow organization, maybe a Men in Black or a
Nah, Wilhelm,
I'm-
it's a cult.
TVA.
Nah, it's a cult.
It's the Men in Brown. The
Listen,
trench
I am
coats.
the one that has been saying it's the cult this whole time, so I don't.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm just agreeing with you. Oh yeah, and Mac is a single man now.
It's true. He is.
Recently single.
By his
Recently
choice.
single.
Stuff.
Mm-hmm.
By his choice.
Not entirely.
Yeah, Mabel came out of game and shaved his beard, and
Yeah.
was pissed about it.
Hmm.
Well,
Anything
for
else
once,
you guys
we,
wanna-
for once we agree on something.
Was there anything good in last session? That's a real question.
No, it all fucking
Uh,
sucks.
Pip and Mac got out of jail,
Yeah, we're out of jail. We went from the frying pan to the fires. That's
and we met the head of HR, who seems real nice,
hmm
who got us all our guns and all that back.
Yes, that
Mhm.
was Debbie.
Harold
Yes, or
cast
something like
actual
that.
sleep on himself.
Yeah, Harold fell asleep.
Well, he put himself to sleep.
Right. And yeah, that's about it.
We were told all our money troubles are going to go away, so we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Right.
Mhm,
And that they're taking care of the whole Wilhelm wanted by police thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Got free.
man,
We're going to get free trench coats. We haven't seen those
Right.
yet, but I've been told that's part of the benefits package.
Yeah, Fiddler's gonna be pissed, man.
Mm-hmm.
Is that about it?
I think so. I mean, that's there's a lot that happened. So,
Oh yeah, no, there's a hell of a lot that happened. The main thing is we don't know if we're actually alive or if we're just souls trapped in a thing or if everything, the whole world is fake. Yeah, no, it's basically welcome to 1940s noir existential horror, A Sinner's Dream.
Yeah, and Harold is kind of in a weird place where he is more just interested in finding out what the hell is going on, like in an educational sense, than in anything else. I mean, that's why he joined this whole shenanigan group to begin with, because it was interesting. And now there is something, possibly the most interesting thing never. So
Yeah, Wilhelm is very much
Harold is-
in a moral crisis, quandary, and mostly righteous fury and anger. So
neat. Well, I know for a fact that Padraig and Harold were asleep. Was everybody else intending on taking a long rest, or was there anything else the rest of you would like to do before we take that long rest in a secret organization?
I think that was mostly it. We were filling out paperwork, and then we bedded down in the break room for the evening.
We didn't want to go to what's his name, Bruce or whatever the hell the head. Yeah, Springsteen, right?
Malik Bruce. Yeah,
Malik Bruce. Yeah, we didn't want to go talk to him with everybody being so like low and tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because Pip and Mac are fine because we had that long rest.
How does the stones work? Are they? Is it a time frame, 24 hours, or do I have to sleep?
Dawn.
Is it me or is it the world?
It's the world.
Okay.
So because here's how I explain that things recharge at dawn. There's something magical about those first rays of light that come over the horizon, make everything feel a little bit more magical, even though it's a really shitty place.
Fantastic. So yes, all that mumbo jumbo aside, are stones working?
Hey,
would you like to try one?
Yes, I would.
Remember,
I would love it. Yeah.
Remember, there's that weird time thing that's going on. That
there's some time dilation.
Yeah, it's faster in here than it is out there.
No. It's faster in Kasmar than it is, and where we are, than it is outside of the whole thing. So we are at the same time as Kasmar. It's not the same time. I think it's an hour to a minute. You said.
It's 1 to 6 or 1 to 60. So a minute out there is a full hour in Kasmar.
Right.
Yeah. So I think Wilhelm will not. He is trying everything to not sleep because there's just too much going on. But I think at some point he sitting down with his back against the wall just can't help and fights the exhaustion any further.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do there, Vix?
I think after panicking a little bit that I might get some new wrinkles by the time I get out of here, and everyone else will be very young. I am going to take several swigs of my flask and pass it around. Sure, nobody wants to stay up cards. I've got to think of dominoes in my bags. No, it's fine.
I think Wilhelm would attempt to stay up with you as long as possible. So I just don't know if I will be able to manage. I just spent a long day.
That's been a very long day.
Mac is oddly not drinking.
Do you want to?
Nah.
You sure?
Yep.
I don't know anything better than whiskey to get over a breakup.
Nah, no, I'm already over that.
One night stands, though. Not with me, but just Generally speaking.
That may take a while.
Mm.
Yeah, because I mean, at this point, how do I even know such a thing actually exists?
What?
Like you, me,
Your penis?
one night stands. Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh,
Do you feel it? I'm not there.
Hasn't fallen off.
You are there. You're just asleep.
Literally magically so.
I just don't get what's going on. That like we don't like the world may not. It may all be a dream or like we're all spirits or fucking souls trapped or I don't know. It just none of it makes sense.
That just makes it more entertaining to me, but I digress.
All right.
And it is at the point where Wilhelm's eyes are closed now. He is attempting to engage in this conversation, but that's all
I'm doing fine. I'll stay up a little bit longer. I'm just chilling, just kind of minding my own business, watching over.
Act cleans his gun.
I mean,
Didn't take any damage.
Gert is still like floating around. Gert slash Flimsy just kind of like buzzes around from time to time, hopping off of pod and going over to like the counter and just.
Where are we located exactly?
You guys are still down within the Order of Trenchcoats. You are currently still inside of that speakeasy that has been cleared out for you all, where you guys spoke with Mabel.
Right.
It's got a bar, probably some bar food, like finger foods available down there. There's a few couches, a couple of tall tables, tall chairs. Very clean in here. Low lights, things colorful.
All right. Any interesting bottles on the shelves that you can't get in the real world?
Make an investigation check.
Absolutely, I will.
You know what? You're a fan of alcohol. Do it with advantage.
Okay, that's a dirty 20. Dirty 20.
All right, so at the dirty 20, as you're kind of proliferating through, just kind of like skimming through the bottles, you do find a bottle of rum that has the name of a place that you've never heard of before now, at the title. It's a small town apparently known as pull it up.
Nashville.
Jonestown.
Noldath.
We went two totally different directions there.
Very, very different
Nashville to
directions.
Jonestown.
It just says Noldath Refinery.
Yep, just gonna slip that in.
Refinery? Whoa.
Yeah.
This is intense.
We have a lot of fun in Noldath.
So much fun that they make their rum in a refinery.
Yes.
Dear God.
It's part of the reason why it catches your attention.
Well, you know what they say, win and rum.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave now, so.
You guys can all go ahead and take your long rests. Press that button on Foundry for yourselves. Get all those things reset.
I don't got one of those.
All right, you don't.
That's okay.
I was like, what do you mean you don't?
I have a delete key in a PDF. Thing is, I don't have like spell slots or anything, so it's actually real easy.
And I would think that Harold would probably be the first one to wake up. I imagine Pip and Mac probably have to take some semblance of a short nap during this time.
Yeah.
But it's nice, it's comfortable. What would you guys like to do? It's a new day.
I think I will start to wake, suddenly. Upset that I fell asleep and rub my eyes a bit. Is Mac awake? Mac, you're awake?
Oh, yeah. Been awake.
So.
I think we all filled out that paperwork and all that last night. And I guess like today will be the processing day or whatever she was talking about, like, we get some sort of tattoo or something, and then I think we need to go talk to the big man.
That seems to be the play. So we are in agreement that we will do our best to be the good little doobies here, and do our best to stay undercover.
I mean, we don't really have a choice.
Just all the better.
I think, though, we should definitely tell them that we need to bring in Weatherford on this.
My only concern with that is that we don't want to know if he is or not already in on this, or two, because he did very suddenly, if you recall, not have any money concerns after getting involved with the interest. So there's that. He may already be involved in this, and two, we may need him on the outside, not affected by these gas or whatever runic,
Could we
arcane.
ask them if he's privy to this information?
We have not. You sort of very expeditiously took a nap and sort of set the tone for the rest of us here.
The thing is, if he suddenly doesn't have any money problems from this as a source, that means he's already in on it.
That was my thought, but
I think the money thing came that the interest paid a hell of a lot more than our normal going rates.
I can't see why. Why?
Well, because he liked his woman. I mean, it was his wife and all that. So.
Yes, but even after we found
we found
body,
her dead.
Yes.
Well, no, he paid in advance.
I mean, that could be the case. Yeah, you could be right. Perhaps now I am just getting a bit too jaded.
No, I think we need to bring him in on it regardless. I mean, we either have to if he's in, we have to tell him that, hey, we're in too. And if he's not in, he needs to be brought in. One, because we kind of owe it to him that, his whole monetary things will, no longer be a concern. And two, it would be a lot easier to come and go back to the office if we have somebody to talk about all this too.
Perhaps we get some answers before we start manufacturing.
There's a knock at the door in the middle of your conversation.
Wunderbar. See who's this? What fresh hell this brings us? Now we'll go and answer.
You open the door to see an odd gradient of lizard folk standing there with a cart in front of him with a couple of silver trays with the domes over the top, as he just says,
breakfast is ready.
How did you know how many? Is this for us? This breakfast here?
Yes.
And he just starts pushing it in the room.
No point asking any of the big questions, I guess.
And he sets it on the counter on the
bar
top.
So, what was your name?
Roach.
So, Roach. Your name is Roach.
Roach.
You picked that yourself, or is that?
Nope.
Man's name.
Mom hated me.
That is unfortunate. Well, look at you now. You've come such a long way in the world.
I'm a chef, but
well, appreciate the food.
And he pulls off the two domes, and it's just a plethora of eggs and bacon.
Can't argue there.
Lizard folk chef, huh?
And he just puts the domes onto his cart.
Do you need juice?
That'd be a mighty fine idea.
Okay.
And he just doesn't even listen to the rest of the requests and leaves.
Well, I mean,
sniff like a piece of bacon. Just.
I mean, Wilhelm, if
make
you
a
think
nature
about
check.
Seems questionable to me.
You're proficient in chef's tools.
We didn't order anything.
Lizard Man Chef is, sounds about as weird as a Minotaur gunman. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, lizard folk have a bit of a different appetite. Right?
Yeah.
Smells like bacon, Vix.
All right, I'll eat it. It's fine.
Tastes like bacon.
Harold
Probably
uses
bacon.
Flimsy to pour some coffee and gets some eggs and bacon.
Okay. When you do, there's like a soft buzz of electricity off the orb that makes off the majority of Flimsy these days. And that kind of shocks your fingertips. As you just hear, Gert.
I hate that thing.
Oh, Jesus.
And it like gurgles through the coffee. It's like,
Oh God, it's like a Keurig. Jesus.
And Pip, how are you? Are you sufficiently? I'm looking down at the bucket.
I'm good.
Moistened. What is?
All hydrated.
Saturated, hydrated. Yes,
Yep.
This is a good word. Yeah.
Yeah, you were looking a little crispy there for a minute.
I was very dry, but it's all good. I got some water and I filled up my canteen, so we're all set.
he comes back and he's got a tray in hand, no cart this time, and he just sets it on the counter. It's got a few carafes of orange juice and apple juice, grape juice, seemingly so. And he looks at Pip.
Hello.
Water jug. I'll get you a new one.
Thanks. We're all set for now.
Oh, excuse me, sir, Mr. Roach.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask. Can I have a glass of milk, please?
Yeah.
Jeff and Veta, very versatile.
And
I
he
just wanted
stops
to
at the door and he looks over his shoulder and he says, Emma was looking for paperwork from you guys this morning.
Say
Are we-
Elmo.
Emma.
Emma. Okay.
Yeah, Miss Emma.
Emma.
I heard ammo, so you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You might as well be Elmo.
We filled it out last night. I can run it over to her.
Yeah.
I'll take the stack and just run it over to Emma's desk.
Okay.
Yes, Pip, your promotion is, I guess, not technically effective immediately, so it would seem that you are still running errands for the moment.
That's okay. I'm fast. I like it.
We have
Yeah,
to
I was
play to
hoping-
our strengths, yeah.
I was hoping my joke would actually go a little bit further on that guy. I mean, come on, a Minotaur asking for milk.
He comes back with a mug, like a white ceramic mug full of milk, and he sets it on the counter. And he comes and he's got a big jug over his shoulder that he walks over and
I was wondering, Mac, that seems a little strange.
Shh.
anything else?
I think we're good.
Have a good day. And he almost sprints out of the room.
Oh, wait, do you take tips? Oh, damn it.
Door slams.
Well, I wonder if everyone
Mac is
as
looking
well
for
like
steak and eggs with milk.
Yep. No, I like to put people on edge sometimes. When I go out to eat, I ask them for a glass of milk, and they kind of look at me funny. Never drink it. Never drink the stuff.
I
But
don't understand. You're not a cow.
I'm a bull-ish.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
It's a kink thing, you know.
I don't. Vix, perhaps you could explain it to me later. I'm not such an eye follow, but
Yeah, how about we
I will,
let's let's
I
not go that route?
Yes,
Yeah.
so I will not be partaking in any of the food. I have.
That's all right.
Because I don't know if we are in the Feywild or some other strange place where the food is somehow a trap, and this is how they get us.
Well, I mean,
it's at this point.
We're literally
Pip stops,
signing
like, third
contracts.
bite in.
I mean,
tastes fine so far, Pip.
I mean, if you think about it, none of this
Warm.
food could exist. We don't exist, so it doesn't matter what we eat.
Okay, well let's
Mac, I'm
stop
not
that
quite sure
talk
you
track.
Understand?
Because when we throw out the fact that we exist and none of this matters and everything is unreal, we suddenly lose our morality and our sense of being and purpose. So let us stick with our guns here, and that this is somehow a ruse, or there is at least more than we are seeing on the surface.
All right.
Just for our own benefit, trust me, Mac.
Yeah.
Is that life?
It's kind of hard to get my horns around it. You know what I mean?
Now, I understand, but if there's no meaning, then life is pointless and worthless, and I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
But when you are all properly satiated, I guess, go see Emma?
Yeah, I think we have to go see her for Pip. There was some about tattoos or something, right?
Yeah, she had a bunch of needles.
Right.
Emma does the tattoos.
Right.
I guess she's the one that had the needles.
Yes, can't wait to see it.
Maybe she's got like a really steady hand.
All right, well.
And she was saying something that, yeah, right. The route, the weird invisible hallway thing. Well, I mean, I was knocked out. I didn't get to see anything like that. But whatever like transports us here puts that spell on us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like basically the hallway that we were unconscious, but apparently there's a hallway you like have to go through to get here, and that's
All right.
like it automatically does it.
Well, yeah, then we don't have a choice. So, right, I guess we suit up, and I mean, at least Emma's a nice one here.
Yeah,
All right.
externally.
Right.
As all of you, including Pod, exit out of the room, out of the speakeasy into this massive cavern, it is abuzz with activity. There are people moving rapidly from section to section, going from the mechanics area over to those lockers that you saw before, picking up a variety of different things, going back across to the mechanics area, packing into vehicles and taking off. You can see a bunch of people actually coming out of a variety of different doors and kind of like the same eye line that you guys are at across this cavern, coming out of different rooms. They look like they have just gotten ready for the day. Perhaps some of them actually stay here based off of basic insight in the situation. The nice dull glow of purple over everything from the crystal above. You can see first thing that you would notice is that Mabel is nowhere around. I'm
good.
sure that at least one of you has tried to clock her as you walk out the front door. The pink lady Emma is currently sitting at her desk, but there's a couple of other people along the way that are sitting at their desks, writing out a few things, pulling some stuff out, reloading pistols, reloading long arms, etc., etc., cleaning things up. It's a bit more active than it was the night before. You guys got there a little after dark, so things were kind of quietening down, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot more shuffling of paper. There's a lot more chatter in the room. And down at the center, the only thing that seems to be new is that there is a small dome that is translucent around that center kind of circular space with those that semicircle set of desks where Malik Bruce is standing with the telescope looking up above, with the telescope just kind of like going through the dome. You guys are going straight to Emma?
Yeah, I think we have to.
Okay.
Nothing else to do.
She has today she is wearing a little bit slimmer dress. You can see the bodice underneath the trench coat that's a little bit more open, that is a little bit more slimming. She has her hair up in almost like a beehive type hairdo. It's very tight and proper, very clean, not a hair out of place. And she is currently just kind of like moving folders from one place to another, manila folders that are all pink, just kind of like shuffling them around. And as you all approach, she just says, "Good morning."
Hello.
Paperwork finished?
I'd
Morning,
put
Miss
the
Emma.
stack on her desk.
Fantastic. And she opens up a drawer down below, pulls out a pile of like a thick pile of papers, slaps them down in front of you all, and there are paper clips that are holding a few different pamphlets together. You can see this big image on the front of that familiar shadow lily iconography on the front that just says the Shaded Lilies, brought to you by the Order of Trenchcoats down in the bottom corner. And there's a small case, like a small, almost cigarette case sitting on top with that Shaded Lily symbol on it. And she kind of scoots them across, passes them all out to each one of you. And she says, now then, I need you all to go ahead and confirm that your number and information is correct on all of your insignias inside of the cases. You will find a small tube with a needle inside of it. Here's how you are going to get your insignia on your flesh. And she pulls out a needle from one of the others, and she just holds it to her forearm. And after she pulls up her sleeve, she holds it there for a few moments, and it melts into her skin and makes that Shaded Lily symbol. She says, you guys will be able to use this once every day to be less trackable.
What do you mean less trackable?
I think it's called the non-detection spell, I think. I'd have to check.
Oh, interesting. How long does this last for?
I want to say it's an hour, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to use it.
Worst case scenario sort of thing, yeah.
Theoretically, yes.
I have a lot of fur. There's no skin. There's skin, yeah, but you know.
I mean, just hold it. The best I can offer is for you to just put it up to your flesh, not necessarily like where the fur meets the actual flesh itself, and it'll probably show up like all the other ones do, just through the fur, dye the fur a little bit.
Just, so it's not going to be that visible.
It will just kind of look the others.
Well, that's the goal.
Pull his shirt down and just be like, okay, just put it next to one of the other black dots.
Okay, as you hold it there, it fades into your skin.
Okie dokie.
Does he magically become invisible or anything to us, or we can still see him fine?
You can still see him just fine. It's got the little shadow lily on there.
Not invisible like Miss Iantrist who was firing.
Correct.
Okay, great.
And non-detection lasts 8 hours.
Oh,
Ooh. So do we have to do this now, Miss Emma, or just like when we need to?
You should probably put it on now, so that way you can get into your assigned areas.
Oh, so
so we're clear. I need to make sure that you are aware of the fact that you all are considered a team. We have teams of people. You guys are, you guys get to name, give yourselves a code name. You will have someone assigned to you to kind of be your handlers, as it were. And as of right now, I'm not actually sure who that is. I think it may
I don't
be
know them.
Adrian
I
Lynn.
don't know them.
You came in with them. You were here with them, and we'll talk about it. If you want to find another assignment, we can go back and forth. Okay.
Can we request a handler?
She shuffles through and she picks up a page. You have Adrian Lynn.
Oh, Lynn. Excellent. That's who I was actually thinking of.
I'm sorry.
What about Chelsea Handler?
Chelsea.
Lynn, the blue guy. He's going to be our handler.
Oh, no.
No. That's a good thing. He has to do what we tell him to.
No, it's the other way around. He will be handling your assignments and making sure that you are doing everything according to the assignment. Outside of here,
right.
You will report to him and make sure that everything is taken care of. Something else that you all need to know, we don't do a gold trade down here. We do what's called a merit system. So there's going to be things that you're going to want to purchase. We have a few things that you can buy, you can trade out merits for along the way, based on how you handle each assignment. And once you get those things done, you'll be able to go down to Harris. You'll be able to go over to the engineers. You'll be able to go over to Jessica, all of them, and trade out merits for whatever it is they may be offering.
So let me.
Goodness me, it's like I've gone back to primary school.
So let me ask a question here, and I'm so sorry. You understand, obviously, you know our backgrounds, and so it's very difficult for me to just accept these things. So money, gold notes outside of, or in Kasmar, I should say, not a problem any longer, you said.
Correct.
So where is that money coming from?
The gold notes?
Yes, so obviously we don't use money here. We use a different currency
From the
altogether.
Silver Dragon's Bank. Where did you think it would be coming from?
Okay, so we are funded by them. We are not manufacturing fake currency, is what I guess I'm asking.
Correct, but that's what the banks are doing anyway.
Okay, well, I don't want to make this political, but I understand your statement. But they are willing to give this to us. I mean, there is no limit, is what you're saying.
There is. You're supposed to stay within the means that you can afford now. If you have a job above, outside of here, and you get a raise out there, and you can adjust your living expenses accordingly.
I see. So we are at least supposed to play the part.
Correct.
I get it. Thank you. Just curious as whether you are.
I mean, she's right. It's all just an agreed upon construct anyway.
In fact, if you find a way to bring us actual gold pieces or any other sort of coin currency, there's actually major merit rewards for that because, he enjoys those.
So we don't deal in coins, in gold, but we do deal in gold if it's convenient for ice.
The dragon?
Yes.
Yes.
There, I see. Wunderbar.
Fantasy cryptocurrency. I never thought I'd see the goddamn day. Motherfucker.
Would you consider these
called cryptocurrency here?
These merits to be non-fungible?
It's called it's trench coin.
Actually, Miss Emma, I had a question. Since you're in charge of human resources and all that, who's the comings and goings. Is our boss, Mr. Weatherford, is he part of this organization?
One moment. And she opens up the small drawer here. She pulls out a small wand that is very straight, narrow, and clean, and she taps her desk on one of the sides, and it snaps open, and it proceeds to file through automatically. You just see files filing past rapidly. And it gets to the.
Is it like God's filing cabinet in Bruce Almighty?
No, it doesn't go out. It stops, and it just looks like it's keep going. And she thumbs through a few things. It does not seem so. No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring him in on this. One, to keep up, the whole, like you were saying, we got to be doing what we're normally doing on the outside.
You were allowed one person at all.
Like per person or
per person?
Oh, well, then that's easy. All right. So yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to include? And she flips over a page. George?
Seems a little counterintuitive, and I don't know who George is, but
I'm not either. Would you like to include Regani?
Well, is he welcome? I do have to speak with this Edwin, was it?
Who?
Did you say Edwin?
I
needed to speak with someone about Regani. You are not pleased with his.
Make a deception check, because she did not say anything about speaking with anyone.
Yeah, she did. I said, because when I put Regani down on the forms, that's my emergency contact.
Mm-hmm.
She was untoo happy and said, yeah. I thought it was Edwin or something like that.
She might have said you may need to go speak with Bruce.
I don't think it was Bruce. It was someone else.
Don't bring me down, Bruce.
Yeah.
I'd have to scrub
Again,
the audio.
I'm not going to make a deception check because I'm not lying, but
okay.
It certainly happened.
I think you should probably speak with Bruce on that one. I don't.
Well, Regani is he'll be fine on his own, I believe. But I will decide. But it all seems sort of counterintuitive because if I bring someone and then they bring another person, and
that's why it's only one ever. It's not a scenario where it's one every few recurring months. It's more for accidentals than anything else.
My new person can bring a person in.
Accidentals exist.
I mean, that sort of exponential growth is.
It's 1-to-1.
Well, okay.
What if we don't bring someone in?
Okay.
Like what I mean is, I know we're going to be under the effects of some kind of spell that we can't talk about what's going on to that person, but we're still going to be able to see him, visit him, interact with him, where there's no conditions on that, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Just
so
don't talk about the things here. If you
Yeah,
don't
it's
want to
not a
bring anyone
problem.
in, we should probably work on a reward system that if you don't bring anyone in, that's a good point. We should talk about that. I'll talk to
anti-referral
Nibble about
system.
it.
yeah, because
Every few months, etc.
Yeah, because I'd rather bring Weatherford in on this. There's no reason to get George involved.
Okay. I just saw the name. I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Where did you get that name, by the way?
I think
Maybe.
she just wanted you to know that she knew everything.
She flips the page over again, and she points to the word dependence.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Got it.
So
she got it off your W-2.
Yeah. So many questions there that I'm going to ignore. But thank you, Emma. You have been an absolute doll. What is you have all been speaking of us? You said we are people of interest. How are you referring to us? I'm thinking of team names.
Oh, we're just talking about the.
But I mean, when people were talking about a particular nuisance and perhaps bringing us in, were they referencing our group as a particular thing?
It was just the Weatherford Hole investigators, and the investigators for short, for those who are on the case regularly.
That is a terrible team name.
It wasn't a team name.
I know, but I was just trying to get some inspiration. But thank you.
I have one for you, and I think it's really cute. You can call yourselves the Weathermen.
That ain't bad.
You're quiet.
Weather people.
I'm sorry, you're right. Weather people. That's more apt. You're right.
Now
you're technically not part of Weatherford Hole.
I was just gonna say that, Miss
Not
Nix.
yet. He does
Vic,
have
sorry.
me on speed dial.
Yeah, but
We've worked together a few times.
Sketchy, but I won't touch that one.
Not that kind of speed dial, I imagine.
No. Of course not.
Over here.
Of course not. I'm skilled. I'm a detective.
Do you need anything else from me?
What else we're basically done now, right? We got our little, welcome kits and maps and brochures and little needle things. Is that it? Do we have to report to anyone? Is it time to go talk to Brucey? Well, what's up?
And she
Brucey.
pulls a very bright pink clock off to the side and turns it to look at her. You have about an hour and a half before you're expected to meet up with Adrian Lynn. So it's whatever you would like to do.
But once we get inked up, we can go where we need to go, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
How many merits do you lose if your handler goes missing?
That is a very loaded question.
It's a
When you get hit by a bus on
asking
campus and then your
for a
tuition's
friend.
free.
Hypothetically, there would be no merits involved.
Of course,
no merit
'cause,
reward.
you would have to prove that somebody did something. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
You understand. I'm glad
course,
we.
Yes. Okay, good. Well, Emma, a pleasure as always. I'm glad to see that you made it home and you don't work 24 hours a day. So that is a plus. Yes.
Depends on the day. And this is pro bono, I guess. It's coming to us.
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Someone mentioned that you said we were part of a team, so we'll be working together a lot. But then they also said that they knew where we would fit best. Do we have an additional job that we do in addition to the team stuff and the outside work? Or...
Yes and no. Those people that actually run those particular sections where you would probably fit best, it's just a suggestion, but perhaps you may go and speak with them. They may have a few extra jobs here and there that you could take on for some extra merits. Maybe there's some information you could gain from it. Really, whatever.
And are there any rooms we can't go into once we have detention?
That's accessible from this room? No.
It's accessible from any room.
Yes, you're not supposed to go back into the jail unless you have explicit permissions to do so.
Okay. Also, what's the dome thing? That's new.
Oh, that's just for him to have more silence. That way he can focus.
Oh.
It gets really loud in here during the day as people come and go. Especially whenever the cars start moving in and out of the order.
Okay.
Miss Emma, speaking of the jail, has Alan had his breakfast yet? And if he hasn't, may I be the one to take it to him?
I'm not the one to ask that question, and I cannot release that information.
Okay, well, I'll go ask the man at the door. But thank you very much.
Who ordered us breakfast?
Adrian. He is the one that you answered to. I'm sorry?
Who ordered us breakfast?
Oh, I did.
I had a feeling. Well, thank you. That was very sweet. Very kind.
Everybody needs a good breakfast.
Oh, I have another important question. How many merits do we have right now? Do we get like a starting merit?
You, actually, that's a good question.
Perhaps merits at first level.
And she kind of pulls the paper aside and finds a sheet that, in your packet in particular, she pulls it loose, sits it on top, and it is a full chart of merit expenditure of sorts. And she just says, and gaining. There are a variety of different ways. I'll send it all to you in a list later. And it just says starting merits 3.
I would like to recommend Pip for another merit. I think in the short time I've worked with him here, it's a trench coat company. He has exemplified just
it is
great
the
leadership.
Order of the Trench Coats or the Shaded Lilies. And it is not on a suggestion basis off of other employees. It is based off of your supervisor.
Oh, okay. So
yes, the Shaded Trench Lilies.
Or supervisor, so that means we're never going to get a single merit. Yeah, okay, got it.
Well, it's our temp supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
What can I get for 3 merits?
He is temporary. For 3 merits, I believe you can go talk to Harris and get something small that may be useful in your day-to-day.
Little flavored Tootsie Roll things.
Yeah, like one of those sticky hands.
Or the poppet things where you like stick it under the table.
It's like a little arcade version of a mage hand. Like,
I want the spider ring.
You can cast mage hand once as a cantrip.
I need you to,
but I can only go 3 inches away from
terrible rewards.
If you save up, you can
For
get the guitar.
200, you can get like a really shitty like stuffed animal.
And then you see like Xboxes and shit like that all over the place, but they're like
14,000 merits.
Yeah, is there a Trenchcoat Incorporated company skee ball team?
Would you like to start it?
I just might.
Well,
the Shaded David Busters.
She pulls out another sheet and slips it down in front of you, and it just says organization team form.
I can't recommend another employee for a merit based on exemplary work performance, but he can just randomly start a group.
No, but
different.
See, Wilhelm, if we start a group, then the camaraderie we bring will give us more merits.
I feel like Emma has much more work to do, and
she does. We're kind of.
This is what I'm here for. Just
we're getting long in the.
I promise. I have one last question from me, Emma, for the day at least.
For the day,
HR department is working overtime for us, apparently.
Yes. Well.
Oh, I take very long lunch breaks. I'm gone for 4 hours.
Good. Mr. Bruce has created this dome to protect himself from the noise. Are we able to just walk in and speak with him? Was that uncouth?
Here's a little tip. I would take coffee.
Take coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm good at that.
How does he take his coffee?
Black.
Could have guessed that.
Not decaf, Pip.
But he just hasn't had good coffee.
Y'all do that. I'm going to go see if I can bring Alan some breakfast.
Remember, you need to talk to Adrian about that first. Make sure you talk to Mr. Lin.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be in about an hour at this point. About an hour.
Let's
That's
just go
fine.
bother the boss.
Hmm.
See if I can't lose a couple merits along the way.
I'm just going to walk toward the jail door
sorry,
anyway.
my English gets confused sometimes.
So literal meritocracy.
I'm heading toward the jail door anyway because I'm sure there's a guard or somebody right there.
She's just sitting there waiting for y'all to leave. As you go over to the door, there are a couple of werepoodles standing there, rifles in hand.
Excuse me, gentlemen. We're part of the new investigator team. I'm pretty sure you know who we are. Our handler Lynn is handling us, and I'm supposed to go talk to Alan, the prisoner that's over there. You know.
Do you have your paperwork?
No, I got everything with me right now. Should I do the needle thing?
Approval from your supervisor on paper.
He was going to give it to me, but I just wanted to get it out of the way first. You know, I'm kind of an efficient guy.
They look at each other, and you should definitely consider putting on your tattoo before you go anywhere else.
Oh, all right. So I'll pull out the needle, just put it like way up under my hair.
That seems very inconvenient, but...
Oh, do you have to actually see it, or is it kind of a thing?
It's something you're going to need to be able to show on a whim.
Oh, yeah, I can just, flip up it's not a problem for me.
Sure. Once you have that paper approval in hand, absolutely.
Oh, but no, time's pressing, and he's not going to be ready. I mean, he already told me to go do this. I think it's going to be like a retroactive paperwork thing. And yeah, and also there's a second reason I want to go in. When I was in there, I think I may have put something under the I can't find some of my belongings. I think it may still be in my cell.
Make that deception check.
Yep. All
boy.
right.
Oh boy.
Fingers crossed.
Oh boy. Good luck.
We're gonna die.
19?
What?
19
plus
17, and I'm plus 2.
Apparently he rolled really high.
They look at each other, and one of them just kind of, I'll go with them, and they pull off a set of keys and tap it to the door, and it unlocks. Steps inside. You first.
Oh, thank you kindly. Walk through and start
do
rolling
the upside down thing.
Yep. Start rolling a cigarette and light it up and start going through. Very quickly look through the cell, but then just kind of lean over to where Alan is, take a long drag of the cigarette and go, "Hey boy."
Ah, fuck.
Told you I'd be out first.
Now,
don't worry, your breakfast is coming. I'll make sure to get you a double helping of anything you need. And if you need to talk to Lynn and all that, like I'm sure you do, just let us know, because we're the ones working for him now.
He looks at the guard and just, you gotta tell me he's lying. Please tell me he's fucking lying, man. Just no, man. No, I can't.
He's not lying. He's a Minotaur.
Can I have you, did you ever get you shaving off your horn? Can I have your horn shaving now? Can I have that now? Is that allowed?
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it.
So you sit on tight, and if you need to say anything, you let these guys know, and we'll talk to our boss.
Look, Mac, they're already going to take my fucking memory, man. They've already told me what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, best forget some things, shouldn't we?
Oh, God.
If you need anything, just, let us know, and I'll come on back down. But I just wanted to let you know that we're the ones working for Lynn now, and we're going to be the contact.
Mac, I think I said some things that were a little rude the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say you're a really swell guy, and I apologize for being antagonistic. and I got a little ballsy.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I did. I would really appreciate an extra helping of sausage, beef sausage.
Beef sausage, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna remember your ass whenever I get out of here anyway. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Alan.
Fuck you, Mac.
I'll just drag super long, just blow smoke into the cell and turn and walk out.
Okay.
I take it back. My next character is gonna be this guy. I'm just gonna play this guy.
When he asked for the beef sausage, I thought this was going to turn into a
Way different.
a different direction. Yeah.
All right, Alan, get you some.
We're revisiting that Grung OnlyFans.
Go out.
Right. I'll just kind of like I'll pat the werepoodle on the shoulder and kind of give him a wink and say, "Thanks a lot for that."
This was unintended. Alan, calm down. We'll get your dinner to you soon. Breakfast to you soon. Whatever the fuck time it is.
Yeah, I think it's morning. Not sure actually, but
I'm not sure either.
Yeah, but I do appreciate that, and don't worry. Yeah, let's head on back. And honestly, sir, I guess I do have everything I have. I couldn't find whatever. I couldn't find that little.
I caught that.
Yeah.
Next time, could you at least forge a document?
Yeah, I'll do that. But honestly, I've got no reason to come back down here anymore. That was just one last little sticky thing I needed to take care of.
Yeah, fuck you, Matt. Get moving.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure you eat that sausage there, Alan.
Phrasing. Fuck, I did it to myself. Anyway.
All right. Well, if Mac is done with his
yep.
Retribution, perhaps we speak with this Bruce character before my best friend shows up again.
Make sure Alan gets a double helping of chicken eggs.
As opposed to what?
Bird eating eggs?
Because he is a
you know
bird.
here?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's an air cooker.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't sleep well.
Big pile of fried and boiled eggs. Here you go, boy.
All right.
God,
So you
I
guys
hate
have
that
about
guy.
45 minutes before it's time for you to report to Mr. Lin.
Do we all want to go and speak with the boss here?
Let's go see Harris. Let's see what some merits get you. Let's go check the prize board. Turn in
I
our
think I have
ticket.
some questions for Mr. Bruce, but Pip, I don't want to take away from your excitement. You have 3 whole merits on your first day. That's just great. It's wonderful.
Everyone has 3 merits.
You're doing such
we
a
have
good
to wait
job,
for
Pip.
him?
I totally thought we had to meet Lynn first. So
Can we
No, I don't think so. This man is right there.
we could try. Let's go do Bruce first.
Yeah, you want to grab some black coffee? Maybe stir it with your finger.
Yeah. Let me go get some coffee. I will find
Stir it
coffee
with your finger.
I cast find coffee.
Oh, is he a poisonous? Are you poisonous?
He's
Yeah,
a
but-
grung.
Yeah.
He oozes toxin.
Yeah. Speaking of, don't touch me.
Oh my god.
Any time you touch me with your bare skin, like you have to.
Yeah, it's con save.
Yeah. It's hard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, make a quick investigation check for me, please.
Yeah. I'll go
With
find
advantage because you're a coffee sniffer.
It's a lonely
Those are
life.
awesome.
Is advantage help, but not that much.
Is that a background that I did not see available to me? Coffee sniffer?
It's part of the barista subclass.
It is 13.
With a
It
13.
goes right along with cake eater.
It takes you a couple minutes, but you are rather quick. You see a couple of other grungs kind of leaping across. Apparently, it's not a problem here with how tall the ceilings are, as they start leaping across in various different points. Some of them a little bit more heavily armored than others. And you just kind of like, and you snap and you look over and you can see this large crowd of people standing around a single table with a single coffee maker.
Oh no.
Currently at drip.
Awesome.
It's gonna be probably about another. It's gonna be like another 5 minutes before you get coffee.
Find flimsy.
Gert.
I will. 5 minutes is not too long, so I'll just grab coffee.
All right, cool. About 5 minutes later, he comes over with. Are you getting coffees for everyone or just him?
No, everyone. That'll be fine.
Okay.
Get several.
Cool.
You're waiting a long,
Everybody
long
in
time.
line for coffee is pissed.
Jumping it out of the line.
He just
No.
Don't touch me.
I have 3 merits. I have 3 merits.
After he's busy, after he finishes pouring all the coffee, he just licks his finger and sticks it into the thing.
Into the pot.
Yeah, and then waves.
This could do with a bit of stirring up.
All right, great. So, to Bruce?
Yep.
Okay.
Grung sabotage.
So, as you all step down the steps, kind of going through everyone, you eventually find your way to this dome. And it's odd kind of going through it for a moment. There's a bit of a stutter step that you have to make as you go through it with a bit of force pushed through, and it's as if all of that sound around you just goes silent. And there he is, just looking in the telescope, trench coat on. You can see the dark hair kind of like curled up underneath his hat, underneath his trilby that's currently like covering his face, looking down over it. And he hears your footsteps. He looks over at you, and you can see a middle-aged man with a nice goatee going on for the most part. His cheeks are a little bit higher, and his eyes are a deep blue. He just looks over at you all and says, "Why are there recruits here? What do you need? What do you want?"
Well, Bruce, we had some questions. We are new to this organization, and we heard you as a man to answer them.
I brought coffee.
And we brought coffee.
Put it there, and he points to a desk that's near a variety of what look like books, just tomes of various natures, just kind of like stacked tall. There is a small contraption on the other side that you can see has a small dripping concoction on top of a small sliver of this purple crystal from somewhere inside of a vial. And he says, just put it over there. I'll grab it in a moment. Thank you for the coffee.
Is it
I
absent?
put down 2 cups.
I didn't mean to.
This is not. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Harold.
This is not the guy with the telescope, right?
It is the guy with the telescope.
Yes.
Okay.
He just looked up from it. I suppose ask your questions quickly. She's moving.
I'm sorry, she is moving. So this is all new to us, and we were, as it was explained, you were the one to talk to. I know you'll get a lot of people that wander in here, recruits as you call them, but I don't know that we are your standard.
I see this is going to take a moment. He pulls down a sleeve, and it's just riddled all the way down to his elbow with sending stones, and he just flicks one. And he says, "Hey, Mabel, I'm going to need you to come and monitor while I answer some questions." Yeah?
Yes, so if you are aware of Mabel, I'm certain you are aware of us.
I'm aware of who you are, and I don't frankly care. So, what I know what you could do for me, but what are you going to do for me?
Well, all of that depends on that question, I guess. What could we do for you?
Well, there's a variety of things you could do for me. I could send you out on just general reconnaissance. I could send you out on bigger gigs, bank robberies, etc. Whatnot.
Why would we need to rob banks?
No. Preventing.
Oh, okay.
What's why?
I was going to say, I do believe you know what we do for a living. That'd be a very precarious thing to suggest.
I am aware.
But what interest would we have in preventing bank robberies? And what would we be reconnaissing?
It depends on what we need, what's going on up top that may or may not be affecting what we have going on down here.
What is going on down here?
What I was going to ask.
Everyone has been very
for
coy with their answers. I apologize. It may perhaps if you had a better structure, a better introductory, like new hire orientation, we would be avoiding this. But
billboard, just a billboard.
Perhaps some more forms.
Because Mabel said we should talk to you. Miss Emma said we should talk to you. Everyone's saying we should talk to you.
Yeah, I know.
Except for you, funny enough.
It's because I'm busy. And he picks up the coffee and he kind of sits down on the desk, leg up, kind of dangling a little bit, and he just starts to sip on it.
Is his desk messy? Like, does it have shitloads of paperwork? Like, does he?
He's
look
got
busy?
multiple desks around that are just covered but organized with shit.
Okay.
Like Robin Williams and Flubber.
Oh. And he's gone.
Good. Break the DM. Yeah.
Yep. Not inaccurate
That's
enough
a
to be
throwback.
wrong.
That is a throwback.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
There.
Thanks, man.
That was pretty good.
Bruce, I guess
Harold
what I am
is
saying
going to
is
step forward, and I'm sure there are many ways in which we could help you, but I'm genuinely most curious about this. And kind of motions to the telescope. When you said she was moving, you do mean the person that you apparently believe to be keeping us here?
Yeah, Alhora.
May I?
By all means, just tell me what you
Straight
see.
to
That
it.
way I can make sure that I write it correctly. No, I'm just gonna give it to you. As you peer down into the telescope, looking up into this crystal, you had seen this before, but not very closely. There were pockets inside this crystal that were not very well. That were not. What's the word I'm looking for? Not refined. Like almost imperfections in a gem. That were just pockets here and there. And this one seems like this looks like it's pointed directly at one specifically, almost towards the center of this gem. And you have this intense, perfect view of a small room made out of this crystal. You can see a few desks sitting there empty. Another one that is more of an architect's desk that is much more messy. There are a variety of papers that are currently pinned to it, a few small post-it notes tacked here and there. A chest of drawers that has what looks like a record player sitting on top. Currently playing something. You can see the gramophone kind of going out over and kind of moving around for the most part as it spins. You can see a bed that is messy. There's something odd, though, that you weren't quite expecting. There are a mess of what look like metal feet, like prosthetics, just kind of like laying near the bed. What catches your attention is actually the person in the room. She's maybe not quite 6 foot tall, with just like in a tank top, nice pair of loose jeans. She has a set of headphones on. You've seen a few of these around for the most part. They seem like they're more prototype. And on them there is it's black with a blue lightning bolt going down either side. And she has these massive purple glasses over the top of a small button nose that's speckled with freckles. And her hair is up in a bun. You can see this black hair is lined with white. But the detail that you can't tear away from is the fact that around her eyes, there are scars that look like lightning going across and up to her temples. And she's currently working on a what looks like a small ship, like a zeppelin of sorts, that she is currently like setting a crystal inside of, and it begins to float about the room for the most part. And you see an orb step up off of a shelf that's up high as it comes coming across, and you can see a familiar face as you can see this lightning face kind of appear there as it kind of attaches to it for a moment and then goes through it. You can see these metal plates on the backside of it as it goes by that look like it's kind of armoring one side of it. Just this glass orb.
I recognize the face as the little girl.
She looks much older. In fact, here,
Yeah.
How about I give you her token?
Aw, she's cute.
Terrifying.
What's she doing? What did she do to the ship?
I'm relaying all of that.
Okay, cool. He like very quickly gathers up gathers up a book that he had nearby, and he proceeds to scribble it down. Satisfied?
I mean, quite. It seems like you could use a bit of help with this regularly. Just call my name.
Maybe.
So
Depends on what you've got going on.
Say my name. Say my name.
what did you say this being's name was again? Right?
Alhura Bersat.
Alhura. Alhura, what was it?
Bersat.
Bersat. How did you acquire this information? She communicating outside of apparently manufacturing dreams for all of Kasmar.
That is above your pay grade at the moment. We'll get there eventually.
Well, I mean, my pay grade.
I need
was
some
basically
give and
unlimited,
take here.
but
So
I know. I too am looking for just a smidgen of give, or
I just gave you access to the thing that we're studying, the being that we're studying.
It's a
And
valid point.
Bruce, I don't wholly understand your ability to give anything, but I am trying to be as amenable as possible. So please forgive me. I am not intentionally being combative. I am just inquisitive by nature. I'm certain you appreciate that.
I know.
Yeah?
In a way, it's really fucking annoying.
Oh, I'm certain. Yeah.
Oh, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
About all of
So-
us, really.
Yeah, to be fair, you're kind of new to this. No offense, Wilhelm.
Untaken.
Well, I
So
mean,
it is. Well, Bruce, what is your belief with all this? Is your belief that we are trapped here? That this is. I would love to hear your scientific perspective.
Harold,
Yes,
stay on it, please.
will do.
He takes a long drink of the coffee for a moment. I think that we are being preserved here, and only a select few have been used to actually continue that preservation.
And by continue that preservation, you mean to feed the creature.
To feed whatever machination she's put in place, yes. And by a few, I mean maybe 50 at most over the course of a few hundred years.
It almost seems as if you think she may be in some way benevolent.
Very much so.
So, if let's, for argument's sake, say that she is doing this and it is a good thing. Why would it be a good thing?
That is an answer I do not have yet. But
could something have been happening to the city?
Probably. In the surrounding areas, we don't have a history on that at the moment, so it's kind of hard to put two and two together on that note. I will say that there are differing opinions throughout the entire order of trenchcoats, those that do not care and are simply doing this to get by for free. And there are those that actually care and think critically about the situation we're in. There is one thing that we all have in common, and that that is the thought process that this phylactery is imperfect. I'm sure you've seen the various different pockmarks, the imperfections in the gem itself throughout the entire space, which tells me that it was either a quick study or immaturity.
Do you think so? We were made aware that there are some fractured pieces, here and there that will be found out and about. That's how many people find their way to you, or you find them and bring them to you.
Yep.
What kind of? Trying to think of how to ask this. Would it behoove us to find pieces like that? Is there any reason to believe that we should be working to put it back together?
There is a certain group here over in the Arcanists that think it may be pertinent to do so.
Doesn't sound like you're among them.
I want to know her better before I make any judgments on what we need to do next.
That is fair, but still, I should like to speak with them. Can you point me in the direction? I'll go later.
He looks up and over, and he points to what looks like a double door on the side of that's a little bit higher than the other doors that were kind of on eye level with the speakeasy as you were exiting, and it just has a massive book on it. He says, "Library's up there. That's where most of them study."
A library, yes, I will be going there later.
In particular, if you're looking for that train of thought, you're going to be looking for Gloria Parker, the Abjurists.
Wonderful. Thank you. I will continue to observe while you answer other questions.
I will try to limit my questions to just two more if you will entertain me. That, and I will let you continue with your very important work here. Fun, you obviously have the founder of this organization. You stumbled upon this. You as a discovery.
In a way.
Discoverer. I'm sorry.
Yep. In a way.
How did you stumble upon this? It seems to be this almost pocket dimension here inside of Kasmar.
It's not actually. It's just underground. It's below the sewers. It's below everything that Kasmar has. It is actually the furthest down we can go. As a young child, I liked to dig. I thought bones were cool. I thought things below ground may have secrets to, maybe I found an old secret civilization. I mean, it's a massive city. Why wouldn't there be an old civilization underneath it? And I started to dig and go looking. And I found what looked like a tunnel. In my innocence, I followed it. I found a group of dwarves, and they were mining the crystal, at least trying to, and failing. And there was another man, silver-haired, and he was curious about me. We started talking, and he wanted to know what I thought. And the more we talked about it, and the more we considered everything, the more pertinent it seemed to actually study the crystal instead of just try and pull it out of the ground.
Well, that was, I guess, good on you for that. Yeah.
Wait, is he saying he built this city?
No.
Did you build it on rock and roll?
Rock and roll. God damn it.
I made the Order of the Trenchcoats.
I see. So, and my final question, I guess, are you from Kasmar originally?
I am.
Is there any going theory on how individuals like myself and my roommate, how is it I am not from the city?
It is a confusing thing that we're still trying to understand ourselves. It's kind of hard to track souls as they're being brought to Kasmar. My personal opinion, my personal thesis, theory, is that currently, whenever someone dies, their soul goes into the crystal and would be viable for use for her. And whenever it goes around so many times, I don't actually have proof of this one yet, but they get shoved back down with whatever memories she may be putting into them, whatever lives she can create for you. And he actually goes over to the telescope and he turns a dial, and Harold, your vision changes to another imperfection. There's another room that, as you see it, just barely even just the hardest to perceive movement in the telescope as it just turns slightly. And you see into another room where she is currently sitting, jamming out with her headphones on, glasses up over her head, and she's just writing, and there's just stacks of paper around her.
So is do I get the feeling that these things are happening separately at the same time, or she just happens to be moving about this place in a different room and we're just changing camera? Or do I feel like she's in both places at the same time? Okay.
Separately at the same time, yeah.
How can she be in two places at once?
My only explanation I have for that is that whenever you create a phylactery, it splits your soul.
I'll have to ask Miss Granger about her time turner.
So, pardon me, this is all way above anything that I can think of, but when you say souls and you're like referring to us and all that, does that mean we're dead?
Yes and no. Again, this is not how a typical phylactery would work. By our understanding of how phylacteries work, normally these souls are just there and ready to be used, similar to what I'm talking about whenever I say that they go into the stone and they are prepared for use. In this case, we are being cared for within. So I don't know that it is that we are dead, but rather just being preserved. Again.
Okay.
Yes, but we are sort of being puppeted. I mean, we're not even aware if the lives we've come to know are our own. They are perhaps manufactured by this being.
But to say, it doesn't feel very caring at all.
It's, I mean, compared to the unending fiery abyss beyond the crystal, it may be preferable.
If that is even what is out there, if that is not just what she is showing you to keep you content in your prison.
I want you to find your way into the shopping district. I want you to look for the Tome of Annihilation and ask for a Sky Seer.
A Sky Seer.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that.
It's a little toy.
One of our number has been there before.
It's a toy that children used to get that you can't seem to find anywhere else in the city. That if you look up into the sky, you would be able to see the night sky. You would be able to see the sky and the stars beyond the clouds and the blue that was originally there. It acted like a filter to keep things from getting in your way of the the sky above.
Okay, I am following. Yes.
Go find one and look up.
Oh, but again, all I am saying and stating is that we don't know for certain that is not a manufactured image made to keep us in check. Yeah.
There are illusionists up in the Arcanus that say it could be, but it's not a very agreed upon perspective.
I see. Well, Bruce, I feel I've taken enough of your time, and I know you have to continue to watch this being apparently go about her day-to-day life. It's a little voyeuristic if you ask me, a little, but and I'm not quite certain what you are
Thank
looking
you for
for.
intentionally going about calling me a peeping Tom.
Well, a peeping Bruce, more specifically, but yes.
Thank you.
Did I see anything else interesting in the telescope? I'd be explaining it to Bruce regardless of whether it was interesting. This is all interesting to Harold.
Make a perception check for me real quick.
Okay. Skills don't fail me now. That is a 13 plus something. I believe quite a lot for me. Just one moment.
Plus 7. So dirty
plus
20.
7. Dirty 20. Dirty, stinky, nasty 20.
Excuse me.
Excuse for you.
As you are looking through and kind of observing as he turns the dial back to that room, you can see that it skips over a few dozen rooms, all of them with movement inside as it snaps back over to that kind of that almost bedroom-esque space. And you can actually see a small aquamarine inside of Gert, just kind of like floating on the interior of this glass orb. As you're looking around, you can actually see a set of glassblower's tools that are currently just lying dusty on in the corner of the room, and another set of armor shining, just kind of like tossed to the side, not really cared for the most part. Beautiful plate mail.
Wait, Pod and Gert are with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
And yet I see them.
Mm-hmm.
Or I see Gert.
You see Gert. You don't see the husk, the thing around Gert that you see here. And Bruce doesn't seem to care.
Okay.
Well, Alhura, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Yeah.
Make a wisdom check.
Oh, shit.
Well, good for you. Oh, fuck's sake. It's a 7.
Silence. No reply.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Well, I guess we're gonna get out of your hair, sir. And Mac will actually hold out his hand to shake.
He takes the hand and shakes it.
I mean, I wish it was under different circumstances that we came under your, I guess, employ, but we're gonna go ahead and start.
For what it's worth, I apologize for everything that Yentris was doing.
I appreciate that.
She's been handled. We've taken care of business on that, and you don't need to worry about making any accusations towards anyone. Alan will be pinned. It'll all be pinned on Alan at the end of the day.
Now about that, I was just going to ask you who's in charge of the jail and everything.
I guess technically I am.
Yeah. Is there a way? I can't believe I'm actually asking that. Is there a way to not pin it on Alan and somehow turn it to what the make a discovery that was actually the manager of the pipe, of the pipe company who did that, and make it some sort of like.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that we bring Alan in?
No, what I'm suggesting
because that's the only other option.
Well, maybe you should, because honestly, Alan's just a simple, hardworking kind of fellow.
Simple.
Yes,
Definitely simple.
He is. But what I think is that instead of dooming a simple man to a life that was kind of out of his control, taking away his memories and pinning this on him, why don't you just pin it on somebody who's already dead? Because Alan's a good hard worker. I think if he gets pushed in the right direction, he may actually be an asset.
I see where you're going with this, but I don't see how someone who died to an explode. Then it comes back to you, Wilhelm, exploding him.
Well,
no.
I mean, it's very simple, actually, right? Because
he did it himself.
Yes, he killed he was a jilted
like a
lover.
cyanide pill.
Yeah, killed.
Exactly.
Yes, he was a jilted lover who wanted to, and he knew that we are onto him. So in an effort to cover his tracks and take out us as well, he committed suicide. Maybe enraptured by his guilt and did not want to be caught. Yeah.
A little dark for my taste, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. I'll talk it over with Mabel, and he motions, as you can see Mabel kind of coming down the steps.
Mac, I'm very proud of you. That was wonderful. You have such progress.
Yeah.
You've made.
Alan
Harold wants to roll a little
he
insight on Mac.
She is flanked by Adrian Lynn, the lightly blue-skinned fella, as they come stepping down the steps. She steps in. She says, "Good morning," and walks over to the telescope. She says, "If you'll excuse me, Harold."
Right. Yes. Happy to look at this pretty much any time.
No comment. And
No, that's not what I.
he proceeds to go and look into the telescope, and Lynn stands at the base of the steps outside of the bubble.
Also, record as they were approaching, Wilhelm was swearing in like Weltengrat before, like all up until she came in, and then he was all smiles.
Mr. Bruce, thank you very much for listening to that idea, because honestly, he was just wrong place, wrong time, and there would be so many different ways to actually pin it on somebody was already involved and already dead. I know it sounds weird because like he and I were kind of at each other's throats, but no one deserves that.
Tell you what, if I can make it work, I'll put him on your team.
That's a little much.
Nope, you want him here.
Maybe as an outdoor
going
informant,
who's going to do a better job of actually making sure that he's taken care of correctly, other than the ones that actually want to keep him here. In fact, he could be your one brought in if you'd like.
No, actually, I'm going to be speaking to Mr. Weatherford.
I'll take him.
There we go.
Deal.
I like Alan.
I
think he'd be a great informant outside.
21 on insight. What would I think that
Mac is being
like sincere?
Dead serious.
Oh.
Those big old balls earned Alan some respect.
No, just Mac has a totally different idea of what to use Alan for. He's being completely serious. There are machinations, but he's being
machinations.
And I think on that note, we should go to break.
Oh, damn it.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you for sticking around. Make sure you spend your elf eggs wisely. The 300 tonight gets you Sudden Darkness. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Spend away. Sudden Darkness is the game we're giving away tonight. Of course, get your dice. Get your dice entries in for those custom Dragonite dice, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
Sudden Darkness was also the name of my.
Let's fuck.
Yep.
I mean, I don't get paid to do it anymore, so I'm basically a home cook too.
Just in time, God damn it.
That's what they call me.
Oh no, we just came back from break to Chuck doing whatever that was.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was weird. Talking about chefs, black lights, Jackson Pollock, and I don't get it.
Yeah,
And
It's
somehow
art.
we're
You're
still
not
stuck
supposed
on Grung.
You know, a lot of the
Grung
Warhols
OnlyFans.
actually have lots of body fluids on them from the parties. So true fact. True fact.
It's all an aspect of art.
That's what people are really paying for.
Oh yeah.
The smell.
Oh, and then the music picks up. How beautiful was that? Wow.
Old jizz.
What is it with my games and jizz?
What can we say, Chuck? You attracted.
Well, you know, there's a common denominator here.
Much like an Andy Warhol painting.
I'm in your games.
I can't stop it from happening.
I can't stop.
Okay.
Right.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Don't forget to use your elf eggs.
You're in season.
So, is there anything else you'd like to talk to Mr. Malik Bruce about?
No, I think now we are, ready to find
No,
out
we're
what
gonna-
our tasks will be.
Yeah, we're gonna
we will be
grab Lynn
assigned.
by the wrist. Grab Lynn by the wrist, take him down the shopping district.
Yeah, no, Lynn is standing outside of the bubble waiting for you all. And as you all exit, he's standing there, hands behind his back, trench coat on, buttoned up tight.
I will casually walk around behind him and grab his wrist like he grabbed mine.
I can tell this is going to be a lot of fun.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
I actually saved your life today. You don't even know who I am.
I need to just tell someone that, like, just randomly.
Chuck is taking deep breaths.
So that's how I introduce myself now. I saved your life today. No, I am.
He saves on your poison.
Oh, right, I forgot. I will also then casually let go, walk back around.
I just saved your life today, and then he dies.
He just kind of like flicks it off. Ugh. We're gonna get you some gloves.
It's not on the palms, it's only on the backs.
Don't care.
And in there smoking.
So, have you all decided on a name?
The rude dudes.
Yeah.
Was that
Understood.
a requirement? We needed it immediately. Emma suggested so Weather people.
It would be helpful to have a name so that way I know what to write in the title instead of TBA.
Well,
The weather folk.
The weather vanes.
We're not going to talk. We need to go. We're going to our desks now. And he just starts walking up the steps, expecting you all to follow. And he leads you all to a small section of desks that are all currently clean. There's nothing on top. And there's just a variety of different people kind of moving around for the most part. It's an up against the wall towards the back, kind of like in a corner, as if they didn't really want to have you here for the most part. Get the vibe that it was kind of a last minute addition. There's nothing here. And he just says, go ahead and pick your desks. And once you get seated, we'll figure out what you would like to do.
Hey, do our welcome packets come with one of them handy maps that shows these weird portal exits all over the place?
They're just tunnels, and yes. You'll
Excellent.
turn to page 4 in your pamphlets, you'll find that in black and white because we can't print in color.
I'm sure you can find somebody with.
I'm
like,
not going to. Good luck.
crayons or something.
Lynn, can I ask a personal question?
Probably.
You are Shadar Kai, yeah?
Yep.
Not from From Kasmar, born and raised, or?
Yep.
Interesting.
Isn't it?
Well, I always assumed, based on the writings and readings, that this demeanor you portray was byproduct of the Shadowfell itself. I guess it's just ingrained
I'm just
in
a
your...
dick. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I didn't want to be the guy.
So are we.
I'm aware.
For hire.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways.
You all are. Well, besides you, Biggs.
Honorary member. So, I guess you are to assign us a task, yeah?
Not yet. I have to go through all the orientation stuff first.
Don't let me stop you.
Other
We
than
still have to pick a name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like other than like we get, brain whatever on our way out, and we got maps and stuff, and we're not supposed to talk about it. We can't talk about it and all that. We get +1s, and we can't go anywhere without you signing off on stuff. That's pretty much a good orientation then, eh?
Covers the majority of it, yes.
All right, well, then I guess it's kind of over. So what are we doing?
That's not how this works.
The
Still need
weather.
to be introduced to the variety of different people if you are interested in such. If you are not, that is up to you. I don't care. Do you want to know the people on your list? Introductions? It's nice to have introductions. At least that's what Emma says.
It seems that you don't want us here, Lynn.
I don't want to be here.
Got it. Well,
Why don't you just leave?
yeah.
Because it's a free living.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. Well, you don't want to be here. You don't want the responsibility. You're kind of chafing under the leadership and stuff like that. So how about we go around, you introduce us to the people we need to know, and then we just kind of, like, you sign off on things that we need to do, and you let us know when we need to do something, and we just do something very amicable and kind of...
We can do that after we get through with the first job.
Yeah.
A rubber stamp, if you will.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Still have yet to tell us exactly what that job is. So
I think we have to go meet our, like, fitter-outers or outfitters, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Yes, our urban outfitters.
Right, Q, take us where we need to go.
Lynn, how many merits do you have?
That's a good question.
Just lay it on out there.
He pulls up a
It's
sleeve.
very rude to ask somebody how many merits they have.
He pulls up a sleeve,
I'm
and you can
assuming.
see the tattoo of the shaded lily there. You can just see marks that go all the way up his arm. He says, "This is where I keep my marks. These are my merits." Easy way to keep track. He kind of like looks underneath his shirt.
Seems like a kind of a huge pain in the butt to count them every time.
About 72.
Okay.
Give or take 3. It's close to the center of my chest, so.
Well, I guess just being pleasant does not earn you merits around here, so it's good to know.
Yes. So several of us will fit in just fine.
Well, at this point, a golden grung comes hopping by, and he hands off a small note to Lynn. Thank you. He opens it up. Oh, look. It's your first job.
very enthusiastic. I love it.
Well, now,
fortuitous.
I say we do him the favor and bust through this first job after he's done introducing us to everybody. And then at that point, we can get out of his hair and he can get out of ours. And then we can just kind of rubber stamp part ways very, very nicely. He doesn't want to be here. Honestly, I don't think any of us want to work for you. So let's just try and do this as quickly and painlessly as we need to. Sound good?
I don't know.
Who wouldn't want to work for me?
I'm excited. Let's go, Lynn.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to work for you. Give it a rest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As he kind of looks at it, he looks at the note again and he goes, actually, this is nice to have ahead of time because then you can just go ahead and get your shopping out of the fucking way.
I'm excited.
Glad you are.
Is
I
there
won't have to
anything you
babysit
like?
you.
Any hobbies?
Yeah,
Books?
there's plenty of things I like, which we can talk about later. Work.
Is one of them bacon?
I do like bacon.
I have bacon.
Was that a proposition? Did we need to have a discussion with Emma? Nix, are you okay?
This job is a higher upper crust party in downtown. Seems there is going to be an art revealing that we need to be on top of. Are any of you familiar with Arwentinian granite?
Yep.
Well, I'm glad one of us is.
Is that a person or is that a type of stone?
It is a type of stone. If you would like to, you can roll a nature check. You in particular, Wilhelm, would have advantage.
Oh.
For backstory reasons.
Nature, huh?
Oh.
My die is gone.
6!
Nature, you said.
Nailed it.
Whoops.
Oh, I used the Galen
So,
die, and it
14.
worked out very well.
14.
23.
Oh, hey, I'm +0. 3.
So,
Why'd I even
It's not
roll?
history.
Plus 4
then,
for
me.
23.
actually, yeah, no, it would be history. You're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, it would be history. Plus
no, just
6.
for him. Just for him.
Oh.
So yeah, so it'd
Sad.
be a 16.
With the 16. What all did Trevor? What'd you get? You got a 3.
3.
Vix, what'd you get?
She didn't roll. She doesn't care.
Got it. Fuck, I love Vix.
It's a rock.
That's fair. So Arwentinian granite for Harold
23,
and
yeah.
Wilhelm.
They're minerals, Patrick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Good ref. Good
Thank
ref.
you. Thank you.
it is
Strong.
a type of rock that is very hard to work with because of how brittle it is. It breaks off like slate, but it is very highly sought after because people who can make it, who can actually work with it, tend to. It makes a very beautiful sculptures, very beautiful steps, very beautiful stonework. However, there is one thing in particular that it does that is, well, Wilhelm would know this pretty well, and Harold apparently has heard of it at least. Whenever you put it to extreme high temperatures, it melts down into a very beautiful glass, making a very, very beautiful glass to work with. It's used, it is only purchased by people with very, very large amounts of money because it's really hard to get a hold of. As it burns into glass, it's actually, it actually almost, you have to work with it as it's burning. It takes a very particular set of skills to make glass sculptures out of Arwentinian granite. Arwentinian granite is mined out of a particular set of mountains in another country and imported. So, any Arwentinian granite that you would find here in Kasmar
It's apparently died before coming here. Yeah, gotcha. It's died. And
It's
its
apparently
souls,
died.
Yeah.
Pet rocks die all the time. Get over it.
Yeah, yeah. Every day, some poor delivery man of Arwentinian granite goes to an early grave as he is transported to the phylactery we all exist in.
But Wilhelm, are you aware of the connection I'm making?
I am, and
There you go.
Wilhelm is actually. Okay, I'm trying to determine what my reaction would be here. Arwentinian granite. I am familiar. Who is this? Who is the artist?
His name is Normandy Woodward.
Normandy Woodward. Am I familiar with that name? Have I done research into people that work with this particular material?
This is a particular. Just roll a history check.
Just do
Is he
another-
like a
another
very
one?
high society type? Because I feel like Harold might be aware of the
Harold
artist
could
as
have
well.
one.
This was a natural 20 for a 23.
Ooh.
For 23.
What was the roll?
History.
History.
That is a 3 for a 9.
No, you don't know. You don't recognize the name. Normandy Woodward is one of the highest, one of the most sought after. His artwork is often seen as abstract and very thought-provoking, very emotionally evoking. His work is very often bought for hundreds of thousands of gold notes. And usually auctioned off. The other part of this, though, is that he is very, very, very well known for being very, very late to his own art showings. Usually, his husband, Saffron, is always there to do the big reveal.
Woodward, that's just tough. He is a very difficult man to get hold of, let alone investigate. Is there a particular reason why? Can we look at his paperwork? Or is there, why are we investigating Mr. Woodward?
It's just a note. You're not investigating Woodward. You're just there to watch. No idea why. Just go get the information. Just pay attention to the people that are there. Someone may be moving something. It's a lot of money.
It's like reconnaissance.
Yep. Just pay attention.
What race is Woodward and Saffron?
Woodward is human, and Saffron is Earth Genasi.
Thanks.
So it's not like a protection gig. We're not like protecting the rock or the artwork or the people involved. We're just there to look at something or look at people and stuff.
Yep. Actually, Harold,
So
I believe that
if-
you were already supposed to go.
Oh
Your
dear, is this
folks
another
were
family
invited.
engagement?
It is.
Oh no.
Last rock.
Is this something that perhaps if someone were to cause some distress and potentially try to alleviate the artist of his work, that we should intervene, or should we purely just watch?
I don't fucking know. It's a watching gig.
I have a great idea. How about I take a look at that piece of paper?
He hands it over.
Cool. What does it
Doesn't
say?
give us any extra
It
information.
says watch.
He doesn't even tell us what to watch. He made all
Just
that
says
up.
watch.
Like-
No, it says it is a bill of, well, it's like a work order at the top. It just says like work order, and it says reconnaissance, type of work reconnaissance, where art reveal, and it gives an address. And it says the reward is 15 merits.
Well, that's not to be taken for granted.
Oh no.
Harold, there are sometimes I want to introduce you to the girls. I swear to God.
What time is this event taking place?
Look at a piece of paper.
The paper doesn't tell you what time.
Doesn't say.
I assume it's probably today or tomorrow. And if it's an art gallery, if it's an art reveal, usually they happen early afternoon to evening, based off of what I know about art reveals.
And do we have a location?
Yeah, I got an address on here. Now,
I'll have
Lynn,
to ask Nita.
Lynn, I got a burning question.
Of course.
Who comes up with these work orders? Where do these orders come from? And what's going on? Like, is there
Actually
somebody
a loom where the missed
Right? Yeah.
stitches of the loom are binary code?
like, is there somebody I can go talk to about this for more information?
I think
It
this
is above your pay grade.
I think this is an acceptable first case. I mean, it seems easy
Is there
enough.
somewhere our handler can go and request more information?
Probably.
Okay. Is there a way to politely ask our handler if there is more information on time?
I like cold brew.
What?
That's not.
It's okay.
I think
I'll
we have
just
enough.
ask
We
Nita.
are a talented team of investigators. Harold, I'm sure, could discover the appropriate time for us to be here. I think that is all we require, and I appreciate your time.
I mean, if we just have to watch and we don't have to intervene, then yeah.
He plops down onto at one of the desks, and he pulls out, like, he opens up his trench coat, reaches down inside, and pulls out a nameplate that just says Adrian Lynn on it, and he sets it on the end of it. Puts his feet up on the desk and leans back in the chair.
When we're done with this one job, I want the Rolodex, and I want to know who to talk to. Other than
Probably not.
Well, we'll see about that, son.
Wait, why are you sitting down? Aren't you supposed to introduce us?
No, he's just gonna.
Sounded like you guys were just gonna go do it on your own.
I was really excited for the tour. I need to go to Harris and I need to buy things.
Harris is. I'll be real honest with you. Harris is kind of hit and miss. He just kind of shows up when in places with the right stuff. It's weird.
Oh, sorry, that was your Bruce that wishes. So if he's not on the list, that's fine.
Nah, he is. He's over there. He's the one that takes care of the lockers.
Yeah, I met him. He's a nice guy.
If I give you this piece of bacon, would you introduce us to people?
He reaches over and takes it over with his lithe fingers
and makes a Constitution save.
And he gets up.
It's not on the palms.
He gets up and he just says, "All right, come on." And he leads you across past that bubble, just kind of like going around it. And you can see Mabel and Malik kind of going back and forth about some stuff. And you can see Mabel proceed to change a couple of the different dials on it as it shifts ever so slightly. He takes you up to the shop areas, the mechanic shop first, and he just says, Padre, I believe that you're probably going to want to stay here for a few minutes and handle some stuff with your little orb thing, right? He nods
yes, of course. I'd love to for a moment to be able to spend some time.
And this is where we kick him off.
Some things to ponder.
So I do need to work on my flimsy and ponder this new orb inside of her.
Oh, it's working. It's working. Keep going.
That's good.
And this is where we're gonna kick him off for now. He proceeds to introduce him to introduce all of you to a Tracy Forgo. And he says,
I'm sorry, was that like Forgo as
says,
in you don't want to tell us your last name, or?
No, it's just Forgo. And she's kind of she's a rather large fire genasi woman, just stacked. Currently just like standing there in her just her usual, I say usual, in her garb, her mechanic's garb, and there's a few like grease stains on it and across her face as she's just standing there leaning against one of the lifts as one of the cars is currently held up in the air. And she just goes, all right, so which one of you is anybody else want to know how to do working on some cars and stuff? Anybody, do any of you actually own a car?
I do.
I've got a police vehicle.
On an investigator's salary? I think not.
Well, I mean, I have one. It doesn't
I
run
find
too
owning a
well.
vehicle in the city too is just a bother.
It
Yeah,
is.
I kind of
But
live out, I live out near the dump, so it's kind of far from the office.
It's kind of necessary for some people,
Yeah,
I understand.
I mean, I know a bit. I know more about guns than I do about trucks. That's why mine doesn't run too well.
Bet they backfire the same, huh?
I prefer the guns when they front fire.
Fair. If you ever want to come and get some work done on it, you just let me know. We've got some stuff that we can trade out for merits. We've got a couple back order parts, stuff that you can't probably find up top. Yeah.
There's chip shortage and all that.
Yeah, well, we're kind of new and merits are kind of few and far between right now, but I do have friends at, shall we say, a very large refuse and recycling site that may have access to some things that you may not have down here.
Oh, no, I'm saying we have stuff that they won't have out there.
Oh, yeah, no, I know, but vice versa. So what I'm thinking...
I don't get what you mean.
I may be able to find stuff out there that you don't have here and vice versa.
By all means.
Yeah.
I guess.
Fair trade back and forth, because merits are apparently kind of hard to come by.
Just takes some work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we had a handler that was a little bit more toward the work aspect, I could see that happening. Pleasure to meet you. What was your name again?
Tracy.
Right on. Yeah, y'all don't have cars, do you?
Nope.
No.
I do not.
No need.
Never. Yes, I've never required fun.
Yeah, y'all are near the office.
Public transportation is better for the environment as well. So
true. Rent was cheap, so wasn't working for a year. Anyway, Mr. Lynn, who are we talking to next?
Come on. Hey, Pip, you got any more of that bacon?
I have 2 more pieces.
Oh, fuck. And he yanks it out of your hand and proceeds to start munching on it.
Hey, now, I haven't touched my coffee, and it may be plenty cold by now, if you'd like that.
It's not the same.
It's like bartering system people have here. It doesn't give off the air of a secret organization bent on the salvation of the city and or our very souls.
Well, yeah, they don't use money down here, so I think it's something else.
Currency and
here's how it
coffee
works. In case you didn't catch on, allow me to put it more plainly. You do the work, you get the merits, you can get better things. The work you start out with will be simple, like watching an art gallery.
Yeah, no, we got that.
There you go. Okay, I don't understand what's so hard to understand.
I believe it's very clear that they have currency. They just don't call it the same thing.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about their currency. I understand the merit system. I'm talking about this whole bacon for do your job system and coffee.
That's just frankly, that's just me. And coffee always lubes things up, makes things nicer.
We're the strangely enough.
I guess for me, it's more I'm just taken aback by the lack of ethic and moral. But I mean,
that's because Wilhelm, you and I are the old men on campus back at the office.
Yeah,
right now, we're all pips.
Yes, man. Yes, but I don't believe I ever treated.
That's a name. They can call you the Pips.
I think not.
That would be very confusing for me.
Yeah, how about not? But
it was my attempt at a joke.
Pip
Thanks,
and the
guys.
It was certainly an attempt.
He goes stomping
I'm
away.
thinking more of like the, something like the replacements.
Better than nothings.
That's not bad, actually.
I was thinking we do the shaded trench coats.
Talk about this elsewhere.
Yeah.
And he goes up to a set of doors. He goes up to a familiar set of doors, the one with the massive book on it. And a couple of people are kind of going through it here and there. The doors swing open. You can get the soft scent of paper, hardback books. There, Harold. It's nice. It's clean. It's beautiful. The doors open wide, and it is just rows of shelves, just bookshelves. For what
How
looks
soft
like
are the pages
200
asking for a friend?
God damn it. There are a mess of desks that are currently just filled with notes and people currently like arguing. It's arguably louder here than it is out in the actual massive cavern. And he proceeds to just kind of like plug his ear on one side with a small piece of cotton that he pulled out of his pocket. And he proceeds to just kind of start walking down in between the various desks as these people are just like shouting at each other, just like, no, it's not that. It can't be the way. That can't be the way it works. If it works this way, it doesn't. And they just start going, it's awful. You catch on though, Harold, with your background, that there is a bit of a system of organization where it is non-magic related books, history, mechanical, nonfiction stuff over here on one side, and the other side is all magical. And it's actually all separated. As you go by a few different shelves, you see tags at the top that say like abjuration, enchantment, etc. It's the schools of magic separated.
Oh dear. There's some organization here, but not nearly enough.
And as he leads you through this space, it comes to a wall at the back that is a rather large painting behind it of what looks like, how do I put this? It's runic in nature. All the different runes that indicate the different schools of magic, with this perfect skyline with a single purple crystal in the center. And there is someone sitting behind the desk, just currently reading a book, feet up. She is short in stature. She's maybe about 5'4", heels off, bare feet up. And this half-elven woman sitting there reading a book doesn't even pay you any mind as you come up. And he comes up and ding ding presses a bell. And she removes her glasses, puts them up on her head. And she just says, "Hi. What can I do for you today, Lynn?" He says, "This is Jessica. We call her Jess. Whoever wants to know her, there you go." And she gets up and kind of, puts her hand out over the top of the desk. A bunch of tomes there, kind of spilling over.
Pip will shake her hand.
It's the palm.
Hands wrap around on handshakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rolled a 3. She immediately starts to puke.
It's just general poisoning, not feeling good.
Joking.
You know? Don't want her to ruin all her paperwork.
But she just says, "Pleasure to meet you, Pip. The rest of you?"
Yes, of course. I am Wilhelm Weizkrus. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Indeed, and she shakes your hand.
Harold Johnson at your service.
I thought I recognized you. And she shakes your hand. Been in your shop once or twice. It's been a minute.
Really? I rarely forget a face.
Roll a history check.
13.
With a 13, she looks like any other half-elven woman that's a little bit short in stature going through. Very nondescript.
Perhaps you've mostly interacted with Randall.
I do remember him. He was nice. Good boy.
Yes, quite.
Yes, Jess, what is it you do here?
I catalog, for the most part. If you have anything you want to look up, just let me know. I'll point you straight to it.
Catalog.
Like books, literature?
Thank
Both?
you, Vix.
Yes, speaking of cataloging, I have some suggestions, but those can wait, I suppose.
Maybe once you get a few merits under your belt, huh?
What about
Yeah,
what sort of book or what sort of literature do we have on our benefactor, Miss Alhuna?
Alhora?
Alhora, I'm so sorry.
Alhuna.
Alhuna.
Much worse.
She just kind of. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot on her. In fact, we have nothing.
Just a name, it appears.
Mm-hmm.
Just your catalog here. Items,
No, that is Harris's job.
people, like
Names.
a phone book kind of thing.
You can find names and addresses here. Absolutely.
Okay, well, how about we start with anyone that is particularly useful with what was the granite called again? It was
Arwintinian.
Arwintinian granite. Thank you.
Arwintinian granite. And you see her eyes like flash through a rainbow of colors. She goes, there's actually a geology section over there. Go about 4 shelves in, 3 shelves out, and I want to say it's about the 4th shelf down. Somewhere in there.
Excellent, Mac. Could you assist me with something for just a moment?
I'm sorry.
Could you just assist me? Sometimes these books are heavy, and you're a strong man.
Oh yeah.
Lynn
no,
kind of
absolutely.
stops and he's like, "Guys, we've got more introduction. Can this wait a few minutes? Just if it can't, I get it, but
No, listen, the bacon's getting cold. I get it. After you.
actually, it's
getting
already
cold.
cold. It's like 10 o'clock, and the bacon was made at like 8.
Yes, well. If
Well,
you're nice,
thank you.
perhaps I could heat it up for you.
Maybe we should listen to him and finish that, so then we
Nah,
can start.
go ahead.
No.
And he
It's all
sits
right.
down at a chair. He sits down at
You
a
are
chair.
more knowledgeable about what's going on around here, Lynn. So if you
Yeah,
say we should go
please-
meet
yeah.
other people, then we should go meet other people.
Please forgive me.
Ma'am-
I can't help myself but dive into a case when I've given it. So
Let's just be the rookies and take the tour.
Thank you, Mac. And he gets up and he starts to exit.
I just kind
I'm
of
just
tip
gonna
my
hold.
hat.
I'm just gonna
to
hold
the-
Mac back for a second.
Yeah.
See you soon, Jess.
See you soon.
Yeah, and I didn't introduce myself, ma'am. Magnus Ulysses Belmont. Folks call me Mac. Pleasure to meet you. Your
Pleasure
eyes
to
did
meet
that really pretty thing when you kind of did that, whatever you did.
Thank you.
Yeah, whoa. What's on
Mac,
your mind, Wilhelm? Yeah.
it seems like an odd, and maybe I'm just overreacting. But Arwintinian granite. Do you remember? You helped
Dude.
me with this a while back.
Kinda. And
No,
my
I know,
brain's all
and
kinda
I know
scrambled
it's
right now.
technical jargon, and I tend to lose you in that. But it is the same material that was used to kill T.
Right.
It was glassed.
All right. So
I did an extensive amount of research to try to understand what it was he was looking into, and anybody that could play. It's a rare material. Many people don't work with it, and even just the process of heating up that much would be incredibly difficult.
Yeah. So, do you think this is? Well, maybe not connected, but if someone has access to that granite, then they have to, and like I mean, it's all like imported and stuff.
Well, I looked into Woodward himself. I mean, he's very
Yeah.
well known for it, but he's very difficult to get a hold of. My bigger concern is the serendipity.
That's a good point.
Why are we going here to just look?
Why are we
Yes,
going there to just look?
6, and well, I guess 6 if you include Vix. Yeah, 6 investigators of our caliber who
Yeah.
just hang out at an art gala.
Huh.
Anyways, I just don't know if...
No, you got a point. That's why I'm kind of playing all, nice and tight with
No,
Lynn
you're doing a
here.
great job. You're doing such a good
Yeah.
job. I wanted to tell you that too as well. You really,
Fucking hate it.
I am almost convinced.
I'm this close to just start pistol whipping people.
I
damn.
hear you. So,
But
okay,
I'm trying.
well, let's not get lost. I just wanted to.
Yeah. No. I
open,
get
yeah.
it. Yeah. You're right. I don't like these connections either.
I
Let's
don't
figure this
believe
out.
in coincidence.
Hey, Lynn, wait up there. Sorry, we were talking about business.
He's like at the door, and he's already let the other three through, and he's just standing there watching you both.
Yeah, sorry. It's just like, where are we going now?
Gonna go talk to Millie. Yep, Millie Fulton. And he kind of points across the way, and you can see just what looks like a veritable small city of paper, stacks of them, in a space. You'd seen it before, and it was kind of one of those things where you're like, and it's where Mabel had previously pointed to and said it was the note taker's space. And he just kind of meanders his way through, leading his way down, and he just says, he just looks over at you guys and just says, "Don't knock it over. It's you'll be the one to pick it up, and it's not. I've done it before. It's a bad time. It's a real bad time. It's a bad time." And he just starts stepping his way through into this maze of paper. And occasionally, it's not very often, you see somebody sitting at a desk with a few different stacks of paper around them. They pull one down. You can see one of them, each one of them actually pulls a wand out that floats the paper down to them, and they proceed to fill it out very rapidly. They have helmets on over their heads, and you can see similar things to what Alhora was wearing inside the room before, a set of headphones, but they don't have that actual bolt across the side, and you can see a small an antenna sticking out of it, as they just keep writing rapidly and writing, and then they'll throw it up over to the side, and eventually you go to a space where it's a bit of a straightaway, where you can see a couple of different what look like almost cubicles made out of paper, where there's just nothing but a clear walkway. And you can see a woman that is, she's rather tall, pushing 7 foot tall, very furry, kind of this soft, like green to her fur. Fearbolg pushing a cart, just like pulling papers off and sliding them underneath, pulling them off and throwing them over here, just very kindly. "You're missing a paper. You're missing a paper. Hey, this one's ready to go. Thank you." And just like grabbing things and pushing and pulling, and just constant movement. And she looks up and sees you all, and she just smiles. "Hi, you're missing this one. Here, you need this one next." And Lynn just says, "Millie Fulton, everybody." And he turns around and just like pushes past you all to go back the other direction.
What is Lynn wearing?
He is in a trench coat that is closed. He has he does not have his trilby hat on. His dark hair is clean, is perfectly combed over. He has a set of decent, wingtip shoes on, black slacks.
God, I want to do this so bad.
Just do it.
I would like to do a sleight of hand check to kind of, as he's pushing past us, flare out his trench coat to have it catch one of the stacks and knock it over.
You're doing that to this poor Furbold?
I'm doing it to Lynn.
No. He's doing it to Lynn, your handler. Make a sleight of hand check.
I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah, but she's the one that's gonna have to pick them up. Oh, it's a nat 20. It's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20 face right there.
For a 26. Oh my god.
It's the most dramatic code player you've ever seen in your entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
As he goes by, he kind of has to like turn sideways a little bit, and you just very quickly like pull the button ever so slightly. Your hand, like the pinky of your hand, just reaches out and it proceeds to out, and as it does, one of the stacks of paper proceeds to, and paper just starts to, and you just hear nothing but screams around you as these papers just go falling over into the next pile of papers, into the next pile of papers, into the next pile of papers, and Lynn just stops.
Oh, that is definitely going to cost you a few merits.
And
that won't do.
Millie, you watch for the first time since you've seen her frown deeply as she begins to go, Adrian Lynn, you will make sure that all of those are in perfect order. Am I clear? And he just, yes, ma'am. And he buttons his jacket back up, looks at the rest of you, and just says, I guess you are on your own.
Yeah, sorry about that, boss. I know how that is. I bump into shit all the time.
Millie, I am so sorry for him. He is.
He pulls out a small slip of paper and he hands it off to you, Mac. There is my sending rune if you need to speak with me.
All right. Is there anyone else we need to talk to, or was this it?
I just go talk to Harris. I mean, you probably don't want to talk to. You might want to talk to the guys who actually build things. But they're kind of a bunch of, in my opinion, too. And you just hear Millie go, Adrian, and he proceeds to just kind of like.
We'll have Padraig talk to them. He's kind of like the crafter boy. So
they do the gun stuff too. You'd be more interested.
I'll talk to them too. All right. Well, no, I totally get what happened. I bump into shit all the time. I'm sorry. Boys, I think we need to go and maybe talk to and Vix. Sorry, ma'am. Let him deal with this because I don't think Millie's going to be in the mood to talk to us right now.
Harold will cast his unseen servant and tell the servant to help her with whatever she needs.
Oh.
Help! I'm under the paper and I don't want to mess it up.
Hey, does anybody see Pip?
Help!
Pip, where about our? Say it a little louder.
You see one green finger just like moving. Help!
Miss Millie, by the way, my name is Wilhelm. I don't know you very well, and you don't know me, but I think I may be in love with you, by the way. But we will discuss this later. But I have got to know more about this whole thing between you and Adrian Lynn, because you have got to dish later. All right, sister?
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to talk more.
It's already messed.
I hate this guy, by the way. I can't stand him. I literally hate his guts.
I'll just literally start pushing papers out of the way to get to Pip.
And Lynn just proceeds to
my boy's under that pile. It's already messed up.
Oh God. I could watch this all day.
All right,
just help get Pip out.
You guys eventually get Pip out, and Lynn is stuck there. You have effectively gotten rid of your handler. So, what would you like to do next? God damn it!
It's okay, Lynn. I don't hold it against you.
Put that in the Discord.
Well, if we have no more tour guide, we definitely wanted to check out what the shit we can pick up.
Harris, we gotta buy stuff. I have 400
as soon as I walk 60
notes
feet
that
away.
I
You can just use them up top. You can buy other things elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
I just realized this. As soon as I walk 60 feet away from the pile, the unseen servant vanishes. So the unseen servant's like carrying some papers,
and you just hear a from inside.
That was like a genuine effort and a genuine gaffe on Harold's part.
When we get out of the room and we're like going down the hallway or whatever, I'm just gonna kind of turn to Wilhelm and just go.
Wilhelm has a very high passive perception, but even I didn't see that one.
What's next?
Actually, I would not.
So, my
Harris.
friends, now that we're free of that backpack, shall we go to Harris and kind of do things our way?
Yeah, I am here for it. I am curious. Harold, did you notice earlier Bruce used a sending stone? So our sending stones work from here.
It would appear so. Perhaps. Well, it's as he said, this is not another plane. This is simply underground. Far underground, but underground nonetheless. I mean, it stands to reason that, well, that's also a possibility, but this might suggest that he's not necessarily lying.
I am not certain. I'm not saying he is, but Emma explained to us yesterday that the parameters of this guy's spell that keeps us held here is that we are free to speak inside this room, this hall, this chamber, whatever this place is underground. I wonder how that affects the sending stones.
Ooh. To be quite honest, while I would understand the utility of being able to use them inside here, do you really feel the need to just tell a lot of people about this right away?
It's not so much feeling
think that's either necessary or
of course
useful.
not. It's just. Forget it, I guess.
I genuinely, if there's something I'm missing, I'd like to know. I don't see how that would help our situation or anyone else's.
I think it is the forced and the nature of our sensual imprisonment. Although there is a semblance of freedom in this, and maybe even more so than we had before, it's still in essence is captivity. We are conscripted.
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If I knew this existed, they would not have had to conscript me.
Yeah, I understand that. I am just saying in general. Anyways, forget I said it.
I mean, would it be worth testing? Like to, I don't know, tell Randall about it or something?
I guess my fear is that it does something to someone on the other side, or perhaps it has some sort of negative effect. Perhaps the stones explode. We don't know, but
I'm a little new to magic and all that, but he did use the sending stone to Mabel, which is presumably already here.
It's also true. If there was some sort of protective nature, even if it's not a planar thing, perhaps it's more just there's some sort of protection.
Now, they said those hallways that everybody goes through is filled with runes and magic, so perhaps there's more there than just the Gaius spell.
Yes, I just like to understand the chains that are being wrapped around us.
Well, once we are a bit more mobile, perhaps we could try to contact someone from the other side. It's a bit innocuous. I mean, who's to say we wouldn't have reason to contact Mr. Lin, contact Mabel, contact Emma while we're on the other side of everything? Well, if it works one way, perhaps we could assume it works the other.
If y'all want to test it really quick, y'all could try, I don't know who they are, but you could try doing the Colin George or the Regani person and seeing if you can just say hello and check on them.
I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Sudden?
Oh, how lovely.
Oh, nice.
Not a great
21.
9.
7.
12.
Anything above a 12 is just enough to save. 12 saves, so anything below is going to take full damage.
Oh god.
17 plus 1 is 18.
Half damage if you got a 12 or over.
Is it poison?
Nope.
Psychic.
19 points of thunder damage.
Oh shit.
As there is a sudden from inside the room as you see the entire city of Notes just go flying through the air. As you can see a few people in a space a few dozen feet away as it proceeds to just explode outward from a bunch of desks that are kind of semicircled around. You can see a bunch of workbenches around it. You can see a few people that were apparently at one point working here. As you see tools just go flying, implements go flying as people just go flying from this space. And you can see most of them are orcs. One in particular is standing in the center of it, holding down something in the center. You can see him just struggling against it as you all are buffeted by this massive sonic boom.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
I
sorry.
say,
Are you guys gonna go?
Everyone
over?
okay? Vix, are you all right?
No. I'll be
That was
fine.
19 points of damage was full?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Coughing up a
I
little blood.
draw my rapier and immediately start running to help the orc.
I will pick Vix up and cast Cure Wounds as I do.
yeah, grab my back.
How far away?
I'm
It's
following
maybe
Pip.
a few dozen feet. You could
Okay.
probably get there.
I leap it.
I'll do some of my lay on hands pull as well. So.
Nice.
11 for my Cure
Oh,
Wounds.
actually,
Yeah.
that'll get me pretty much back up to. That'll be fine.
Pip, as you leap over into that space, you can see a couple of other people are starting to gather around the edges of it, just watching what's happening. A couple of other orcs, a couple of other people just kind of laying on top of shells, just and he's got this something underneath a rather large cloth that is actively as he's trying to hold it down. He's like, oh.
Do I stab it?
No.
That'll make it worse.
Detect magic.
There
school.
is. Let's see. You're going for the school too?
Yeah.
I believe it would be considered evocation. Let's see real quick. No, conjuration. My bad. Conjuration. And he's just kind of
I'm gonna try and grab it with the orc while yelling at him. What the hell is this thing?
It was supposed to be like an MDM thing, yo. And he holds. He's like, grab the other side. Grab the other side, man. Grab the other side.
I'll try and grab the other side.
As you grab a hold of it, make a strength check for me real quick.
Okay.
I'm helping. I'm laying on it.
Straight strength or athletic?
I'll take athletics. Make it at advantage because you have help from Pip and the other guy.
Cool. Okay. 19, 21.
Nice. So
Sorry, 22. I'm plus 3.
As Pip is laying on top of it, he's having to put his hands in just the right places. He stabs his rapier down into one of the right spots for to hold the cloth down on one of the sides. And he just kind of and you feel a massive hand get on your back and proceed to shove as hard as it can. Mac, you are just barely holding on to this cloth as Pip, you feel this massive orb underneath you proceed to shrink down underneath you. And all this sound that is this cacophonous sound here in this space just goes away. And he goes, oh, thanks, man. Sorry. And he looks around. Sorry.
That's it.
Yeah.
Still coughing up.
Sorry.
You could have killed someone. This is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, no, I've been telling Bruce for a few dozen days, man. Get a workshop together for just us. Those fucking book nerds up there have all that shit up there. Why can't we have our own room?
It's a good. It's a
But-
great point. What is
Something like a Q department, yes.
Something like that, yeah.
what is this thing?
Oh God, I have such a bad idea about this. I'm gonna look under the tarp.
He
Oh,
picks
no.
Pip up, and as you go to peek underneath, he flips it off, and there's a small bead sitting inside, just on top of the table. There's a bit of a divot in the table itself. He's like, "This is my new favorite toy. Probably one of yours too." So like, like how thunder waves work, you throw this out and it just kind of poof. Yeah, same thing.
I would say many of us at this moment are intimately aware.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man. Like I didn't quite. Sorry.
How big is this bead?
It's
Was
literally maybe not even a full inch in diameter.
Is this some kind of like calibration error, or did you just not mean to?
Like I didn't. And you can see some of the other orcs and some of the other people here are just starting to get together. It's like, that was awesome. Like they're starting to like laud over him. And, they're starting to pick up some of the stuff. And he just goes, I know, right? It was just an accident. It was just an accident. I pressed too hard on it, trying to get it all down together,
I got a question for you.
Might have an answer.
Is there a way to mount this into some sort of cartridge and fire it out of a large bore rifle?
Now that's fucking cool.
Right?
Hey Henry, and you see one of the orcs kind of, yeah, bro, and he's like, think we can do it? Maybe. Take some work.
Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about.
I know where Alex is hiding.
Right.
Alex is too dumb for this.
Great work you're doing here, but honestly, I think you better go talk to Millie. She ain't looking too nice right now.
Oh no, we're like totally like what's the word I'm looking for?
Screwed?
Not immune, but like no. She doesn't fucking care about us anymore, man. Happens like once a month. Something happens to her papers from us, like we've burned some shit. Like it's weird. She just doesn't. She just expects it. I don't know.
Well, everyone, I think Lynn's gonna be working for a long time in there now.
Oh fuck, Lynn's in there.
Yeah, he knocked over a few dozen piles.
My bad. I didn't introduce myself. I am Max Ramos. And he puts out a beefy hand.
Your name's Max?
Max. Yeah.
My name's Mac. Nice to meet you.
Yo, Max. We're gonna be friends.
I think this works.
I think so.
I'm like you, plural, dude.
Right?
Kinda. And anybody else? Like, okay, so I should be clear. We make cool shit here.
Yeah, I see that, and I appreciate it. Anyways, my name is Wilhelm Weissgruss. It's a pleasure to meet you, Max.
Wilhelm Weissgruss. Cool. Did I say it right? I think I said it right.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yes, great job. Why would we need such weapons?
That's a good question, man. That's a really good question. Sometimes people get a little unruly out in Kasmar, and whenever they start finding stuff out about some stuff, they tend to get a little crazy, and we have to have some form of suppression, or suppression.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, I mean, operating outside of the normal parameters of the law and everything. I
Wait,
can see, right, of course.
Are you guys the guys that got blowed up?
Yeah.
How was it, man? Was it good? What did it work?
You are the one who came up with this infernal idea. Yes. Yes, it worked.
You
it
see
worked
how it
several
worked?
times in
You wanna see-
succession.
You want to see how it worked? You want to see how I made it?
You made those raffles.
Yeah. Well, I made the thing that made the thing.
Mac, the girls.
I only got one on me. The other two were back at the
just
office.
Magic missile this guy to death. Like, just like
I mean,
Harold is pissed.
Maybe not now, but I'll just have you know, Max, that a couple of us are intimately aware of the capabilities of this weaponry.
That means you'll come to me when you need something. That's what I like. Fuck yeah, dude. And he goes over and he gives Henry a high five.
Yeah.
And you, chick. Name? I didn't catch it.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't quite hear you now. It's a little,
Oh, hold on. I got something for that. And he like goes digging through what looks like a pile of shit, like just a massive box full of just flotsam. And he pulls out a small syringe. He says, "Ready?"
Where's that going?
And he just goes to stick it in your arm. He's
Oh
like,
God!
You gonna let it? You gonna let it happen? You gonna let? And he just does it. And he shoves it. You can feel it kind of like go through your arm. The tinnitus immediately goes away.
Mop.
How did you do
Yeah,
that?
it's useful around here in particular. And he puts the empty syringe into what looks like a syringe deposit. a sharp
restoration,
box, as you will.
All right then.
Biobin.
Actually, William made that. That was brilliant on his part. Hey, William, hey! We got all sorts of stuff here, man.
You have
There's
a
a
pop.
Harrison here. I'm leaving.
Yes.
Would you accept Harry?
Oh dear.
Harry, come on, man.
Well,
You
I
see,
guess
like this.
Just out of
Harry,
curiosity.
I'm Harry.
So out of curiosity, what do you call your team?
We are. Well, so the original founding dude was named Alex, and he is no longer with us. And
Big surprise.
we just call ourselves the Bronze Borders over here at this
Shocker.
point.
Oh.
Or the BB
For
department,
reasons.
BB department. So it works out.
Well,
it's just
I've-
great to meet you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure. I didn't catch your name. I didn't. You were too.
Sandra.
Sandy. What's up, Sandy? Pleasure to meet you. Little green dude, you look like you're fun. Can I have some of your goop?
Yep, that's fine. I will just pull my sleeve up a little further and just start like scooping it down the arm.
Henry's over here just off to the side with a couple of vials as he's just trying to catch. He's like trying very carefully. Nice, thanks. The others don't really do that very often, so it's super helpful that you just did that. I will talk to Lynn whenever he's done with that pile. Ooh, I will talk to Bruce about getting you another merit.
Sweet.
I mean, like Max, you're gonna talk to Bruce about getting all of us some merits for helping out.
No, he
on
just
that.
gave us this. What do you mean, man? Like people?
No,
just jump
like
out
the
on-
whole bead and all that. Like we all kind of helped with that, right?
I mean, kinda.
Max, I don't care about merits.
I mean, we did do your research and development for your weapon in the field
There is that
for
too.
you.
No, that's
Involuntarily,
Just,
I might add.
that's just good information to have. I'm just glad it worked. I figured it'd break after like the first use or whatever.
Oh no, it definitely did not.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty positive. I mean, it was melted down because Missy there decided to throw it at us with some kind of acid thing going on, like self-destruct.
Ah, she used the self-destruct sequence. Nice.
Yeah.
Glad that worked too. I didn't know if it was gonna work or not.
No, it hurt.
Oh, she hit you with it? Damn,
Yeah.
she was vicious.
More than once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we should have a talk
Oh man.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'll give you a discount on some stuff next time you want to come through and upgrade
Yep.
some shit, huh?
Pretty
How about
heavy
that?
discount. And
I don't know about heavy, but I'll make a discount.
Yeah, no. We'll talk. We will.
Pleasure to
talk.
meet you all.
You as well.
Are you guys like in need of a guide or something now that Lynn's kind of distracted? And at this point you can hear a voice that's familiar speak out from behind you all as you just hear yeah, I imagine that they probably do. And you turn around, you can actually see Bryathos is standing there in all of his shirtless glory. And he's just leaning against one of the tables and he goes, "Morning."
Bryathos, I'm gonna talk to you about that.
About what?
The whole thing.
Oh, right. Sorry. And he like pulls on his belt and it proceeds to just like a shirt just kind of shimmers onto him. And he kind of closes up his trench coat. What's left, guys? Yeah, what's left?
Well, we've never been here before, so we wouldn't be able to answer that.
Right. Okay. Tell me where you've been.
We've met Millie. We've met Spooky Eye Lady Librarian thing. We met you.
And Max. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
We also met the mechanic lady that I completely just forgot her name.
Tracy.
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. Tracy, Jess, Millie, and Max. That's who we've met.
So it sounds
Suppose
like
we
the
still
only
need to
one
go to
that's-
Harris.
Yeah, we still
it sounds like there's Harris and yeah. Okay. And he just starts like walking towards the lockers.
Max, if you just a
Yeah?
moment. I appreciate your sort of naive fervor in what it is you're doing here. But I will tell you that as a result of these weapons of suppression, please bear in mind, I did watch a man die in front of me. So just keep in mind that these tools are not always being used for good.
Was he a bad dude?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh, well,
that's
I
not
feel bad if he
necessarily
wasn't a bad
comforting.
dude, but I mean, if he was a bad dude, then, I don't really fucking care.
Well, who's to say who is good and who is bad, and under what circumstance? Yeah?
Well, I suppose that's based off of your perspective in life. So, what I would call good may not be something that you would call good. What I would call bad may or may not be something that you would call bad. So it's a matter of perspective.
Right, like if someone were to suppress a population that had no idea who or what they were actually in. So, you know what, Max, it was a pleasure to meet you. I can't wait to see what other things you show us in the future.
We should talk about that because I have thoughts.
You opened up a door.
You have thoughts?
Oh, I've got
more than
plenty
one.
of fucking thoughts, especially on that little tidbit of information that you're trying to like hint at, do that weird subversive thing that everybody seems to fucking do in this city. Just talk about it. Let's get dinner sometime, man.
I can't wait.
Me either. He just like turns around and you can see that like his trench coat like flexes outward as he goes back towards it and just goes, let's do this.
I think I hate everyone here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we, the grand fuck-ups, if you will, are suddenly the sane people in the asylum.
Just, Mac, my problem
Team
with
name, the Grand Fuck Ups.
my problem is this just complete and total disregard for decency and morality.
I think it's because you got a lot of people from a lot of different aspects all jammed together into one room, and probably a whole lot of these people came here unbeknownst to the greater thing. So we're standing in a very large bucket of shit and chaos right now, so let's try and all be very cohesive together so we can survive walking down hallways and having things pop out to try and kill us.
You think they all know where they are?
No, that's the thing. They're acting like this and shit because they just heard half a cockamamie goddamn, explanation from Brucey that we all have. And half people are probably scared and the other half are like, what the fuck? So, like, this is a powder keg we're all standing on. So we got to, like, step super careful.
To me, it is more of a... just selfish.
Yeah. And while Mac's talking, he's just like bleeding slightly out of his nose from the concussive blast and all that. Because he's sitting in single-digit hit points right now.
Well, my God. I will put a hand on Mac's shoulder and hit him with another Cure Wounds.
There's a soft voice that comes whistling by your ear, Vix, as you can hear Brythos just say, "Hey, you guys coming, or are you just gonna stand around and talk all day?"
Yes, we're coming. We just got.
God, Mac, I'm so sorry.
Hey, man, it all works.
Just five hit points with that. I'll hit you with.
I'll lay on hands. It's fine. Just we'll clap on the back. We'll give you what do I got? How much?
I don't. What does Vix's healing feel like?
20.
What kind of paladin is she?
It's kind of like it doesn't feel very healy. It feels kind of like sludgy, like a cup of coffee that's been left out too long. It's still drinkable.
Like icy hot. Like one half of you is like, yeah.
Icy hot's a good, a little Vicks vapor rub mixed in there. It'll get the job done.
Nice.
Well, no, because I was saying because mine is very hot. So like one half of your body is healing and it's very hot, and the other half is sludgy ice.
Yeah, it's just like okay. I feel better, but like, do I really?
I hate it. I hate the feeling I have in my body right now, just from like the osmosis of feelings.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go.
Listen, it's a miracle she has a liver, so.
Well, yes, of course. Let's
just
go
constantly
follow,
laying on hands.
That
was a night.
Pretty much.
As you all make your way over to the lockers with the large counter in front, Brythos is currently in a conversation with a halfling that a couple of you would recognize. He's a little bit scraggly around the edges. Looks like he's just kind of like bored for the most part. He's just kind of sitting there leaning over talking to... Yeah, and there was this one time I went into this bathroom and it was fucking immaculately clean. It was weird. Yeah, it sounds like the kind of stuff that you would get into, Harris. I know. It just anytime I need something, it just shows up a lot. I don't know why I'm so freaking lucky. Yeah, I don't know why either. Hey, look, they finally decided to show up.
Hey there, Mr. Harris. How you doing?
Hey, doing good. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Harris.
Harris, a pleasure. Wilhelm Vice Cruz. These are my associates. The rest of the the weather folk.
Hey, do you want a magnifying glass? And he like pulls one out of the drawer and sets it on the counter and pushes it towards Wilhelm.
Why would I want a magnifying glass?
I don't know. It just feels right.
How many merits?
I'm not even gonna take my eyes. Free. I'm not even gonna take my eyes off him. I'm just gonna slowly take it.
It might be useful one day. I don't know. Feels right.
So Harris, what is it you do around here?
I do things.
He's the man I came to when I was trying to get all Ma and Pip's stuff back. He seems to be basically in charge of anything that anybody needs.
I don't get it. It just happens. Brythos nods. He's like, honestly, it's kind of uncanny. It's weird.
So how does that work? Is it a request, or what if it's something I don't know that I need?
Like a magnifying glass?
Like maybe a magnifying glass.
It just depends. You ask for it, I'll go look. I'll probably find it.
You have anything that can make me faster?
I don't know, but I'll go look. And he like hops down off of his stool and he goes over to he just like, it seems like he just randomly picks a locker, opens it up, he starts digging through it, and you see a pair of skates like come down off the top shelf, and he's like, "Oh, hey, these will work." And he walks over and like kicks the door shut behind him, and he slaps him down on the counter with a clatter. You know, actually, funny. This is neat. Alhora actually has some of these inside her feet. I don't know how I know that.
Or did you say inside her feet?
Yeah, she doesn't have feet, man. Again, I don't know why I know that.
You don't know why you know that.
No.
Harold?
Did I see
Yeah. What?
her lower extremities when I was...
Roll a history check.
I remember specifically the fake feet thing, but...
Nat 20. For a 25, I think, with history. 26, I think, with history.
With the 26, her feet were off.
Yeah.
Like her movements, her footsteps looked a little bit heavier than most people. She wasn't wearing shoes. Her feet were made of metal.
Replacement feet down under the bed. Right. Oh, God. That's gross.
Yeah, she these, I imagine if you wanted to, you could probably go a little bit quicker with these on your feet. Am I wrong? I mean, whenever I skate around, I go a little bit faster.
Yeah, you are exactly right. This just wasn't what I had in mind.
Stands to
for, like,
reason.
all the time. So I will pass. Thank you, Harris.
Wait, hold on. You want me to go check again?
You know what? One more time for good luck.
All right, he turns around. He goes straight to the locker directly behind him, opens it up, and it's just full of rings. And he's just like, picks one up, doesn't even look at where he picks it up from. He just picks it up, closes it. You can hear it kind of rattle for a moment. He sits it down onto the counter.
You know what? This is way more form factor. Sure. What do I do to get this?
Well, you got to put in an order. This little bugger, 30 merits.
Okay. All right. I will
Shoes?
come back when I can.
You can have the shoes for free. Have fun with them.
Awesome. I will toss them in my bag.
Are they skates or shoes? Are they like wheelies?
Are they Heelys?
Heelys? Yeah.
You know
whatever.
what? Fuck it. Yeah, they're Heelys. Because you know what? I'll
Little-
hoard the Heelys.
Clack those puppies out. Wheels bomb out. Click your heels together 3 times and you get wheels. Okay, Harris.
There's
I
no
will-
place like the skate park. There's no place like the skate park.
What do you want, Blue Man?
Oh dear.
What are you looking for?
I'm not
Hold on. And he goes back over. He just walks all the way down to the other end. Doesn't even look. He just like kicks one of the random, one of the lockers, and a couple of them open up. One of them closes, and he goes back over to one that stayed open. And he's like, He pulls out a small wand that he then like pulls and starts walking towards and sets it down on the counter.
Immediately start identifying.
10 merits.
Yeah.
All right, cool. He's gonna let you identify it. I don't know what the fuck it does.
I'll find out. I'll let you know.
Sure. You got a magnifying glass. You got shoes. You got a stick. Vicks, right?
Yeah.
I just heard him whisper your name earlier, and Barthos was just like,
No, it's
You know, that
it's
fits.
fine. Just don't say it too loud around the big beefy one, you know.
Why?
It's fine. Don't forget I said anything. Shoes, stick.
Shoes. Oh my god, shoes.
Oh my god. I'm triggered. I'm having flashbacks right now.
I couldn't know myself it was there.
God, that was so long ago.
I think you have too many shoes.
It's stuck in my head now. What
Stupid boy.
What do you have in the way of I don't know.
Don't worry about it. And he gets off and he just starts walking over. And he goes over to one of them that's still open, kind of looks through it, looks around it. He pulls out a book, closes it, comes like toddling back. It sets it on the counter.
Is this a catalog?
It looks like a notebook, just like a normal notebook.
Oh, but I mean, I could always use notebooks. I mean, I usually don't finish mine anyway, but it's fine. It's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on, little pen.
Hold on. And he like turns back around. He goes down and he pulls out a drawer from part of the desk further down. And he just like rummages around. You can see a couple of a couple of baubles come bouncing out, and he just pulls out a pen, sets it on the counter, rolls it all the way down to you, and it happens to just like sit right next to the notebook as he's picking up the baubles, not even paying attention. Closes the shelf, or closes the drawer, and comes bobbling back. Is that gonna work?
Yeah, that would be a writing utensil. Is he like all there? Like,
honestly, man, we have no idea what's going on with this guy. He just always knows where things are, how to get things. It's weird.
How does he know?
No, it's really fucking uncomfortable sometimes, if I'm being honest.
Thanks, I guess.
Yes, Harris, you have anything for someone who maybe is having like an existential crisis at the moment, or maybe just a crisis of faith in general?
Actually, I'd just like a hair tie.
Got it for both of you. And he like goes down. He
Two
like
hair
goes
ties.
2 drawers over and just pulls one. He beat me to it. Damn it. He pulls out a hair tie. It's really long. It looks like a long blue ribbon. He just kind of snaps it once, and you see it get actually like stiff for a moment as he does. And he just kind of rolls it back up. And he like snaps it out, and he's like, ah, and it goes stiff. And he's like, ah, I didn't know that was gonna work. And he kind of tosses it onto the counter, and it clatters. And he reaches around, he kind of rubbages around, he pulls out a small bottle, a small vial, maybe about this big. And he just sits it on the counter and slides it over to you. There you go.
How much is the hair tie?
Fuck if I know, 3 merits?
Well, I happen to have 3 on me right now.
Hey.
I mean, do I? Am I carrying some around?
Nah, it's just like...
It's on your paperwork.
Yeah. And he rummages around in a desk drawer next to it, and you can see just wads of paper inside, and he pulls out a set of paper and he flattens it out, and sure enough, it says, Mac, has your full name at the top, 3 merits.
I look at that paper and I check the one in my paperwork.
It's not there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's not there.
I'm sorry. Wait.
It's not in your paperwork. It's not in your pamphlet.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm just looking at this bottle.
What do you want to know about
Drink
it? Drink it. Yeah. I like her. Drink it. Chug, 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 chug,
chug.
Jesus.
But don't look at me like that.
You want me to drink this?
Yeah.
Look, man, have I steered you wrong yet?
What's
I don't
the worst
know.
that could happen?
To be honest, I am not.
That's
I have
fair.
no idea. I literally.
He takes the ribbon and he's like, turn around, Mac.
No, I got it.
No. And he slaps it over onto your head, and it happens to make the perfect ponytail.
Oh, okay. And I take the silver cuff that's at the end of my hair and take that off. All right. That's kind of useful. I wonder if I could use it for other things too, like maybe sliding under doors and picking locks.
Something like that.
That'll be interesting. Well, thank you, Mr. Harris.
You're welcome. Harold,
you're identifying. Yeah.
I was just about to tell you, it acts as a +1 arcane grimoire in a stick.
Oh.
Oh my. Now, Mr. Harris, it seems to be a fairly mundane enchantment. I don't know that 10 merits is quite fair.
Make a deception check.
Oh, haggling.
It's
Didn't even think of haggling.
Literal only thing that Harold is not good at.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's even better than I thought. That's a 17 total, 16 plus 1. It's the only thing I don't have like a plus a million to.
He leans over onto the counter. I'll take 1 off.
Take 1 off?
Yeah, 9.
I say 9 to you as well.
Okay. And he just like grabs the stick and tosses it over his shoulder, and it happens to slide perfectly into one of the grates on the locker, disappearing.
Is this like an IOU system?
No. You have the merits, you get the thing.
How do you have 9 merits already?
He doesn't. That's the point.
I said 9 N-E-I-N.
Oh, 9. No. Oh, ha. Clever. Okay.
No, I know what you meant.
Are you
quite
gonna
mightily, in fact.
Drink it, man. Just drink it. I'm telling you.
I'm just glaring at this bottle.
Well, let's say it was like,
if it would
like
make
a
you feel
layaway
that I
situation.
can
Hey, you know
take
what?
a look at that.
How about
If
I
he
tell
drinks it, it's free.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, bloody hell.
Honestly, Wilhelm, let's live a little just for a fucking second.
Or let's live a little longer.
You can see
Down
him like
the hatch.
spinning the ring on his finger. Nice.
Down the hatch, damn it.
You immediately feel the effects of calm emotions on you, which is a spell, which is nice. I'm gonna.
Right. More control.
Calm emotions. Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Which is nice because now you can't be charmed or frightened in this situation.
Yeah, and somehow the temperature in the room drops at like a noticeable 3 or 4 degrees.
Man, I was starting to sweat.
I don't know what I was so worried about. Harris, you may be perhaps the most helpful person we have met here. So thank you for your time.
Yeah, I'll see you around. I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yes, of course. Why wouldn't you?
I'll see you around.
Well, we're all co-workers now, yeah?
I guess so.
You have a great day. You know, if they ever come up with some sort of system where I can recommend merits for people, I would recommend you.
Thanks. I don't need any more. I have enough.
Yeah, but it's not about the currency so much as just knowing that your peers are out here appreciating.
Don't be so
what
nice,
you do.
guys. Just take the thing and go.
It's just an empty bottle now.
Like,
You
I
want the
appreciate
bottle,
the
Vix?
niceties.
Do you like
but just
bottles?
go with
It is
it.
nice.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Just keep the bottles. Nostalgia.
I just didn't know if you liked it.
I'll take the
Of
bottle.
course. Oh, okay. Here you go, Pip.
They're always useful to have.
I don't like trinkets. They just clutter things.
They are useful to have. Nice.
Into my inventory.
He
So
tosses.
weird.
He takes
So
the ring and
weird.
tosses it over his shoulder, and sure enough, perfect slot every time. It's weird.
Like Domino from Deadpool. He's just lucky.
Like a carny. just all his games are rigged.
Yeah.
So is there anybody else we need to talk to, Brythos, or can we go ahead and get on with our gig? And I got a question for you, since you seem to know your way around here. And
Yeah.
so this work order we got, it says 15 merits on it. Is
Sure.
that per person?
Yep.
Oh.
That's
That's
good.
assuming you come back alive.
Oh yeah, no, it's a recon
Wait,
mission.
wait.
All we have to do is watch something.
Looking at a rock.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, what is the average, shall we say, reward or merit that you get for these kinds of jobs?
Oh, I was only supposed to get 15 for watching the police department.
So, what about possibly shooting people or something like that? Was there a bonus?
There is. Job well done, job clean. I got nothing because of you fucks. That's
Well, I wasn't there. Talk to them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, man.
Well, you should have done a
it's
better
terrible when
job.
a job goes sideways like that.
So, where do we find these kind of additional parameters? Are they usually on the work order, or are they in a handbook?
Nah, it's usually mentioned whenever you get back.
Oh, when you get back. So it's kind of like oh, hey, so here's your 15, but you did an extra good job, so here's a handful more. Got it. Okay. Well, you know what? That's some pretty nice information you gave us. Now, I got one more for you, which is real quick. If we were to use, can we contact, like, for example, if I, like, talk to my house sitter right now via Sending Stone, can I actually talk to them outside of this place?
No, I haven't really tried it. So
All right. Yeah, fair enough. You got any opinions on that, Harris?
yeah, I got plenty of opinions on everything. Wait, I mean that one in particular.
Yeah.
I imagine it's probably same rules on give and take here and there. You know what I mean?
Like sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, depending on what you're going to talk about.
Probably. That's my opinion. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to risk it.
Because we can all talk to each other about what's going on here, but the moment.
Well, here,
say,
how about I try it? And he ping, rings off a bell, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, damn it!
Thank you guys for coming into tonight's episode of A Sinner's Dream. It has been a lot of fun tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you get your elf eggs in now. 2,000 for those dice, 300 for the game. Sudden Darkness, which is weirdly apt at the very beginning. Yeah, get them in. Forge, Foundry, Heavy Arms. Look them up. They're all great. Anybody have anything they want to plug?
Yeah, go ahead and buy me some time while I figure out the. I'm sorry. Go ahead and buy me some time. I can't get out of it. Buy me some time while I figure out who's winning Sudden Darkness. They're winning Sudden Darkness.
Buy me some time while I figure out how the fuck to not speak with the
yeah.
German accent I've been on for the last 4 hours.
I got one at the end. If nobody else has anything else.
Anybody?
It's just gonna bring the mood down significantly, but it's brand new news. Someone in the tabletop space killed themselves on January 1st, and he was very well liked in the space. But there is a GoFundMe for his funeral costs. If any of you would like to contribute to that are listening, it's linked on my Twitter at Adelaide. But yeah, man, talk to someone. You're not alone. So
yeah,
you're not alone. Anyway, so
yeah.
No, that's actually a really good thing to bring up because there are there are a lot of good resources out there, and anybody in the tabletop world, Jasper's Game Day, they can also help. Reach out to, like, if you're ever feeling bad about things like that, reach out to one of their ambassadors. All that, because Jasper's Game Day is a very rad charity. They actually donate to the study of suicidology and suicide prevention. Holidays are a tough time for everybody.
Yep.
So, it's kind of rough when people, feel that down, but, you're not alone and you're not a critical failure.
Yeah. I think particularly on our channel, we did pretty close to us as well. We had quite a bit to do with NAMI, which is another really good resource, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and they've got a ton of help that they can offer anybody that is struggling out there, particularly with that. Or if you have a family member that you believe is struggling with it and just don't know how to handle it, which is the kind of the situation I found myself in not too long ago, right? So, because there's really not a lot of resources out there and not a lot of support on that end either, and it can be very frustrating and difficult to start to identify some things that are strange about a person and not knowing how to, I guess, tackle that. So that's all there. But everybody, somebody
look okay too.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh yeah,
it's easy to spot the ones who are upset, and
do yourself a favor and just check on
your people.
Everyone. Just check on your people, especially now. I know that I don't always enjoy my holidays. So if you have people that, even if they just complain about it, just listen. Just be a good friend. At the end of the day, check on your people.
Be like State Farm, like a good neighbor.
Just pop up into people's houses, like magic.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna make this real easy tonight. Now that we've gotten all the fun stuff out of the way here, Adelaide, why don't you roll me a D4?
I can absolutely. I'm gonna do that with my new. Oh, by the way, so we were talking about this before the show, but Staff and Branch donated a free, beautiful handmade resin box. So go check him out on Twitter. Super nice, but
yeah, those things are rad.
They're really cool. They're really cool. It's beautiful. I need a D4. Also, I've lost my caltrop D4, so that's a little scary. There we go. There's one. A 1.
Oh, that sounds painful to
a 1
find on accident.
It's somewhere. I moved, so it's somewhere.
Well, Plumbus,
hopefully not on a
lover, congratulations. You are the winner of tonight's game. Sudden Darkness.
Nice.
So I will go ahead and shoot that over to you in Steam. I'll send you that Steam key. Guys, we do this every single night. Every single night we stream. It's 300 elf eggs. It's the cost of a follow. It takes you seconds to earn 300 eggs. So get free games. I mean, sometimes we get them kind of randomly. So sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they are, sometimes they're worth exactly what you pay for them. But
you followed us for it. I'm gonna take it. Ta-da.
Yeah, right. But your chances are high. We do it all the time. It's just a way of giving back to you guys, and we appreciate you hanging out and spending your time. And of course, we don't tell anyone that you came here. Your secret's safe with us. But as we always do at the end of our shows, let's go ahead and raid somebody. So I don't know who normally rolls the D20. But if you still get your dice out, Adelaide, do you get all your dice right there? Go ahead and...
I do.
Yeah, let's throw a D20.
D20. Oh, Lord.
Look at the list.
I don't feel like you rolled enough tonight, so...
I rolled a natural
save.
1. What does this mean?
Uh-oh.
Natural 1?
Means we have to raid all of them.
I actually have to... That means I have to cancel the whole stream, and we have to end all of our campaigns.
It's done. It's done.
No.
We knew this day would come, guys. It was a 1 in 20 shot. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, we had a rum and a granite pun, so I think...
I appreciate all the work
it's been
that
enough.
Ryan put into everything. You did a great job on all the streams. You guys have a good life. Peace.
What that means is we are going to... I guess I don't know. I don't know how that really works. Usually we just would read I hate rating the first person.
Well, then do you want me to go? How do you? Okay.
How do you, wait,
Plus
you not like the
one.
Let's
first
go
person?
to Ink and Liar,
Second
Fate's
person?
End, episode 64.
All right, you.
Ink and Liar.
Where did you get Emma? I guess
Ink-
scientists
Ink
taking
and-
the fight. There we go.
Ink
It's a
and
long
Liar.
campaign. 64? Jeez.
Ink and Lyre.
Ink and Liar. I see.
All one word.
I've got one of those somewhere. Where'd my liar go?
There it is. Hey.
Good to go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Hopefully, we see you for the season finale or conclusion of the 5 Best Friends for at least for a month or so while we take our mid campaign break tomorrow night. So that should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we see you there. If not, we'll definitely
There's
see
dice giving away tomorrow to show up.
Oh yeah.
Or Sunday for Curse of Strahd, or in 2 weeks for next episode of A Sinner's Dream. But either way,
hey,
we'll see you next time.